Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
That will work. They bring us to Logan County High School, the same gym, the same floor that Franklin-Simpson will travel to in just a couple weeks for the 13th District Tournament. Tonight, trying to get a warm-up as the Wildcats and Lady Cats play their final games against the Lady Cougars and Cougars of Logan County High. I'm Tyler Eaton. Thank you for joining us, whether you're tuning in on 92.3 FM, 92.3 WFKN.com, the WFKN app, or you may be watching along live on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Tonight we'll pit the Franklin-Simpson Lady Cats and the Logan County Lady Cougars up first, as the Lady Cats come in at 5-0 in 13th District play, already having clinched their 6th straight 13th District championship in as many seasons under head coach Ashley Taylor. The Lady Cats coming in at 16-6 overall on the season. Logan County 16-11. They are 3-2 in 13th District play. They are locked in to the 2-3 matchup of this district tournament that they, alongside the Cougars, will be hosting. The Lady Cats had their best defensive effort of the season Tuesday in their 5th district win of the year, holding Todd County to 7 points in the first half. It was 41-7 at the halftime break before Franklin-Simpson would cruise to a 62-21 win. Big thank you to Brian Talley for filling in for both the boys and girls broadcast for those matchups on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, Logan County have won 5 of their last 7 since their homecoming loss at Franklin-Simpson High School. They beat Warren Central 62-30 on Monday, and then Hopkinsville 72-35 on Tuesday to get win number 16 on the season. When you combine those two wins together, it got across the 15-win plane. 5 straight years they've done that under head coach Deidre Adler. She's been at Logan County as long as Ashley Taylor has been at Franklin-Simpson. Coach Adler 5-22 in her first season, at least 15 wins in every year since. But she comes in at 0-12 all-time against this Franklin-Simpson team. Funnily enough, all the matchups have been in the regular season. There have been so many times that we've looked at it, and last year was the big one that we had circled after Franklin-Simpson survived in their district home finale against Logan County, 45-42, the district tournament being played at Franklin-Simpson High School. We thought these two teams would face off again for a district championship before Logan County was knocked off in the opening round by Todd County Central. Franklin-Simpson winning the first matchup between these two teams at Franklin-Simpson High School this year, 57-36. It was only a 27-25 game at halftime. The Lady Cougars tend to at least give Franklin-Simpson fits for a half. When it came to that game last year, it was for all but 2 minutes of that game they gave Franklin-Simpson all they could handle and then some. It was a very weird one the first time around between these two teams. Allie Pennington, Franklin-Simpson's leading scorer, top 20 in the state at 21 points per game. Looked like she was on pace to potentially have a career night. Had 19 points with 5 three-pointers in the first half of that game. Did not score at all in the second half, and yet the rest of the team combined for 30 points. You would think, okay, well, Chloe Smith and Tiffany Harrigan must have had, I don't know, 20, 25 of those 30. They just had 10. Mackenzie Taylor had a career-high 10 points in that game. Franklin-Simpson got contributions up and down the bench, and as they were coming off of figuring things out as a team offensively with losses that we've seen with Barron County, Metcalfe County, where the Lady Cats have struggled to get those outside contributions. That Logan County win is the game we keep going back to and circling is what this supporting cast is more than capable of, as they carried Franklin-Simpson to a dominant, ultimately dominant 57-36 win despite just the 2-point lead at the half. The Lady Cats have been dominant here in the 13th district under head coach Ashley Taylor, 44-2 overall. The latest win being that win on Tuesday against Todd County Central. Allie Pennington hitting her average with 22 points after on Monday on the road at Christian County, what was still a fairly well-handled win for Franklin-Simpson. Pennington had just 8 points in that one, but comes out with 22 on Tuesday, just the second time she's scored at least 20 with Tiffany Harrigan in for Franklin-Simpson. She had done it 8 of the first 15 games of the season. Now just 2 of 7 alongside Harrigan, but Franklin-Simpson is 6-1 with Harrigan in the lineup, and they've scored at least 60 points in 4 of those 7 games. They only did that 4 of the first 15 games overall on the season, and did it Tuesday despite the fact that Harrigan was held to her season low, which was 9 points, the only time that she's finished below 10 points at Franklin-Simpson High School. And held is a really strong word there because she only took 5 shots in that game, and Franklin-Simpson had it at a running clock early on in the third quarter. That win moved Franklin-Simpson to 8-0 overall on the season when they score at least 60 points, and 12-0 on the year when they shoot at least 40% from the field. They shot 45% and went 6 for 17 from 3 in that game. Allie Pennington had 3 of them by herself. That's the 15th time that she's hit that mark. The Lady Cats have made at least 5 14 times, and you can rest assured that there is a strong correlation between those two numbers. It was a career night for Carmen Phillips. She boosted that field goal percentage with a 5-for-5 performance from the floor to score a career-high 10 points, becoming the 7th Lady Cat to score at least 10 this year. But maybe the most important, the Lady Cats didn't just hold Todd County Central to the lowest number of any opponent for Franklin-Simpson this year with 21 points. It was the third straight game they've held their opponents under 40, and the Lady Cats are giving up less than 42 points per game since Tiff Harrigan entered the lineup, and that includes the 75 against Barron County. If you remove that, the Lady Cats would be giving up just 36 points per game with Tiff Harrigan active. That would be top 10 in the state of Kentucky. But Logan County gave them a competitive half in the first matchup between these two teams, and they avenged an earlier loss to Russellville with a 58-52 win a week after losing that game to Franklin-Simpson, then beat Todd County Central 62-21, conveniently the exact same score the Lady Cats beat the Lady Rebels by to get to this 3-2 mark in district play. They are for sure the second seed. I mentioned they're locked into that 2-3 matchup. We don't know yet who that 3 seed will be. We'll see how things unfold tonight with Russellville and Todd County Central to get a sure answer on that one. Star sophomore Brenley Adler has had 3 double-doubles in the 7 games since Logan County lost to Franklin-Simpson, and had a double-double in that game as well with 15 points and 10 rebounds. She's averaging a team-high 17 points, 8 rebounds per game on the season. Of the 15 she scored against Franklin-Simpson, 9 came at the free throw line. She went 9 for 11 at the stripe. She's taking over 7 free throws per game this season. The Lady Cougars as a team 6-2 when they make at least 15 free throws, and they tied their season high with 19 in their most recent district win over Todd County Central. As I mentioned in the second matchup between these two teams last year at Franklin-Simpson, Logan County held FS to 15 first half points and had the lead after the third quarter. Larisha Cawthorn, who just had 27 points and 27 rebounds in a single game last week for Tennessee Tech. It's been confirmed that ties the most rebounds ever at the D1 level for a freshman. She scored 20 straight points for Franklin-Simpson to win that game last year, 45-42. And just like that game, this Logan County team is going to have to win with their defense. They give up just 45 points per game on the year. That's a solid number face value. It's the same as this Franklin-Simpson team, but in their wins, they're giving up around 38 per game. And of their 16 wins so far this year, 12 of their opponents have been held under 50. That's going to be the key number to watch in this one, because Franklin-Simpson so far this year is 14-3 when they score at least 50 points. This is the precursor, as we mentioned, for the 13th district tournament coming up next week. The district finale for both the boys and the girls. The Lady Cats will play in a girls-only game that was rescheduled. It was originally set up to be played when that snowstorms came through. They're going to play against Bowling Green on the road. Girls-only matchup on Monday. Then we'll be back at it looking ahead with another doubleheader next week at Warren East. The boys looking to repeat their performance from earlier in the year when they scored their season high against the Raiders the first time around. The Wildcats coming into tonight fresh off of win number 200 at Franklin-Simpson for head coach Dee Spencer. The first matchup between Logan County and Franklin-Simpson on the boys' side. If you missed it, my goodness, what a game you missed. 2 overtimes it took to crown a winner in that one before Logan County spoiled homecoming for the Wildcats, winning it 68-63 after the 2 overtime periods. The Cougars have clinched the top seed in the 13th district tournament for a second straight year, but last year it was the Wildcats on their home floor as the 2 seed in that tournament, winning the 13th district tournament and making it in 14 years under head coach Dee Spencer. Not just 11 times that they've made it to the region tournament, but 5 times that they have won this 13th district crown. But before we get to the boys rematch, we've got one more go between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Cats. National anthem is on the way, so we'll step away when we come back. Starting lineups and tip-off from Logan County High School for the girls game between Franklin-Simpson and Logan County on 92.3 WFKN.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or, the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds, I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
Franklin, we keep things moving, from the work trucks to the family vans. We all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Their star averaging 17 points and 8 rebounds per game in the backcourt of freshman 00 Addison Holloway. On the season, averaging 5.5 points and 3 rebounds per game. Joining her in the backcourt is sophomore Alyssa Hampton. She wears number 21 and averages 7 points per game so far on the season. Rounding out the backcourt, number 10, Reese Bush, a 5'5" sophomore who, on the season, I was a bit surprised to see her in the starting lineup. Just her 21st appearance of the year, has 18 total points scored so far on the season, and alongside Adler in the front court. This is the strength of their team. It's not a tall front court, but they're very shifty and they're tough to handle. The 5'8" Adler and the 5'7" Reese Wetton, averaging 10 points, 4.6 rebounds per game on the season. She's their most efficient player at 47% from the field, and most notably, the Lady Cougars are 10-2 on the season when she scores in double figures. Lady Cougars score 50.5 per game, giving up 45 on the season. They're averaging 58 points per game in their 16 wins. That dips to 40 in their 11 losses. Now for Franklin-Simpson, the Lady Cats 16-6 on the season, 5-0 in district play under 60-year head coach Ashley Taylor, 129 up, 33 down for her career. She is 44-2 within this district. It's the same lineup that we've seen the last few games. 2 forwards, the 6-foot senior Chloe Smith, averaging 13 points and a team-high 6 rebounds per game, and senior Reese Myler, the 5'10" first-year player with this team who hadn't played basketball in quite a while, at least at the organized level, before returning this year, averaging just over 2 points per game on the season. Knocked down her 6th three-pointer of the season in the win against Todd County Central. The backcourt has not changed all season long. 5'5" senior Mackenzie Taylor, who scored a season-high 10 points against this Logan County team in the first matchup between these two teams, and the best backcourt duo this region has to offer, 5'5" senior Tiff Harrigan and 5'6" junior Allie Pennington. Between those two, 37 points per game on the season. Harrigan at 16 a pop. Pennington averaging 21 per game, leads the state in total three-pointers made. Franklin-Simpson, as we get underway, wins the tip. It's Harrigan who collects it from Smith and then rifles it out of bounds, trying to dart one to Myler, who had held up short of the block. And 5 seconds in, Franklin-Simpson turns it over, and Logan County has their first possession. Lady Cats averaging 56 points per game, giving up 45 a night. Taylor knocks it away up top. Myler up with it, but then starts to fall down, so she's going to be called for a travel, and that'll keep it with Logan County. Softies start both ways. As Logan County will have a baseline inbound. Nobody to go to. Now it finally comes into the left corner to Bush. Now they reset up top with Brynlee Adler. The tallest player on the roster listed for Logan County at just 5'8", is also their best three-point shooter. She's made 39 this year at a 39% clip. Lady Cougars turn it over to Franklin-Simpson, and it goes back to the Lady Cats. We've had nothing but turnovers so far, 30 seconds in. Zeros on the scoreboard as Harrigan will walk it into the front court. Smith gets it on the elbow, trying to get it back to Pennington. Pass deflected, and it's stolen by Adler. Up the right side comes Holloway. Now dribbles to the top of the key and gives to Adler. Picks up her dribble right side, guarded by Pennington. Now goes up top into the hands of Wetton. Back to Adler. Pennington guarding her right now. They try to set a screen. Adler denies it, drives to the right block, picks up her dribble down there, tries to throw it to the elbow. It goes into the backcourt, and it's going to be an over and back. We've seen 4 turnovers already in this one, 5 and, well, up to 6 if you count the one that was knocked away by Myler, then the travel called. And we've played just over a minute in this one at Logan County High. Pennington walks at front court, now sends it over to Myler on the right wing. Holds it above her head, now goes up top to Harrigan. Rifles it left wing to Pennington. Being guarded right now by Holloway. Drives left, behind the back dribble, step back, fakes the three, now sends it to Myler on the right side. Wraps to the elbow, now goes back out to Pennington. AP resets the midcourt logo. Right side drive, into the corner Harrigan. Smith flashes down low, but Tiff holds on to it. Now rifles it down low. Perfect one-handed bullet pass. Chloe missed the layup. Got it back. Put back rattles home. Smith puts Franklin-Simpson on the board. 2-0. 6:20 left in the first quarter. Wetton will bring it across half court for Logan County. Averaging 10 points, 4.5 rebounds per game on the season. Adler on the right side. Now Smith comes out to guard her. Adler has scored at least 10 times this year. Her season high 27. Left side, Harrigan cuts off a drive from Hampton, and they reset on the wing with Wetton. Under 6 minutes left to go opening quarter. 2-0 Franklin-Simpson up early on in this girls matchup. Hampton nearly loses it, now shovels it off to Wetton. Adler's going to come to get it, or at least wants to get it at the free throw line, but instead it goes on the left wing to Reese Bush. Adler comes to set a screen. Bush runs away from it, nearly throws it into the Franklin-Simpson bench, but Holloway recovers it on the near side. And Logan County is going to take a much-needed timeout. That ball just stuck on the perimeter and nothing doing against the pressure from Franklin-Simpson, who lead at 2-0 with 5:29 left in this opening quarter, brought to you by or call 270-586-9899. Find out more at clarkcpagroup.net. 2-0 is the Franklin-Simpson lead. 2.5 minutes into this one here as we continue on with the 40th season of basketball broadcasts on WFKN. The first year back in 86-87 with the legendary James Mooneyhan. Ken Metcalf was with them at the call, or on the call, when they first started doing it. If you're tuning in live on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9, 10th year we've been doing these broadcasts live, 33 in total that they've been filmed. As we get back underway, Adler has it up top, fakes a three, gets around Smith off the dribble, misses the layup long, fighting for her own rebound, but Pennington comes out of the pile with it. And then uses a between-the-legs dribble to get away from Holloway into the front court. Crab dribble to Sealer from behind, now spins to the left wing. Smith comes to set a screen. Pennington, 5 feet off the line, missed it short, and it goes out of bounds back to Logan County. AP shot that one from Franklin. And the Lady Cougars get it back, trailing it still 2-0. This is about the feel of every matchup between these two teams. It's a grinded out affair. And that's the style that Logan County wants to play. Right side drive, Harrigan pokes it away at the last moment from Hampton. It'll stay with Logan County. As Mila Rigsby will come in for the first time. Myler comes out. Mila averaging 3 points, 2.5 rebounds per game on the season. Had 2 in the first matchup between these two teams. Ball comes in on the left block. Adler now wraps back out to the corner against Pennington. Picks up her dribble and needs an option. It goes outside to Wetton. Taylor all over her. Franklin-Simpson man-to-man everywhere right now. Adler gets it on the elbow, faces up against Pennington. Tries to back her down, throws up a wild one from 8 feet, missed long again. Great defense from AP. And she'll bring it across for Franklin-Simpson. Right side to Taylor. Looks to Smith at the elbow. It's deflected by Adler. Goes back to Taylor. Chloe gets it inside. Barrels through. Her layup no good. And Adler takes it away for Logan County. Into the front court comes Brindley Adler. Steps back against Pennington. Leaves it on the right block for a cutting Wetton. Wraps around the baseline and called for a double dribble. She picked it up on the block and took an extra one. Halfway through the first quarter, still 2-0 our score. Franklin-Simpson leading it. Pennington averaging 21 per game. Harrigan 16, both scoreless so far. Smith, the other Lady Cat, averaging double figures with 13. She's got the lone 2. Only had 6 in the first matchup between these two teams as Harrigan misses the right wing 3. Chloe was in lots of foul trouble in that first game. And speaking of foul trouble, Harrigan comes up and picks up a blocking foul near half court. Trying to pick up Wetton after the missed triple. She's now 11 for 25 in her 7 games and half a quarter here at Franklin-Simpson High School. Lady Cat 6-1 when she plays, including the first matchup between these two teams. She had 10 in that one. Adler has it up top as we get back underway, guarded by Pennington. AP has done an incredible job in that matchup so far. Right corner catch and shoot 3 all the way. It's good, and it's dropped by Reese Bush. I'd said it in the open as we went through the starting lineups. This is her 21st appearance of the season. She scored just 21 points now. Pennington step back right elbow J. Good. Just inside the line for Pennington. And just like that, Franklin-Simpson takes the lead back 4-2, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Pennington averaged around 24 points per game the first 15 games of the year, trying to find her stride with Harrigan in the lineup, down to 16.6 per game in those 7 games that they've played together. And as we talked about earlier, Franklin-Simpson is winning and they're scoring more as a team, so you'll take the drop off. As we got a kick ball down low that'll put it on the sideline now for an inbound that goes into Wetton in the backcourt. Harrigan guarding her. Wetton brings it across, tries to throw it far side. Harrigan bats out of bounds. As Ansley Buchanan will check in for the first time for Logan County. Bush comes out and did her job knocking down the 3. Or they've got it as a long 2, so that is why we're at the 4-2 score. Ball goes into the left corner for Holloway. Down low, Adler. Double team, kicks out to the top of the key. This one a 3, and it falls dead off the back of the rim and through for Alyssa Hampton. So there they get their first triple of the game, and it's 5-4, Logan County in front. That ball looked like it was just gonna spring off the back rim for a long rebound, but died there on the back and fell as Harrigan drives right side, misses a layup, but draws contact. So Tiff will go to the line for 2 free throws with the foul against Hampton, who just hit her 23rd 3 of the season, second on this Lady Cougar team as Harrigan makes the first of the 2 free throws. She's now 25 for 26 at the free throw line this season. Second one up, it's good as well. The one miss in her debut when she scored 25 points, which is still her high mark, went 8 for 9 at the free throw line in that win at Russellville. 6-5, Franklin-Simpson now leads. It's like they need Logan County to score to put points on the board. Each time the Lady Cougars have scored, the Lady Cats have had an instant response. 6 minutes into this one at Logan County High School. Adler picks up her dribble, deep right wing, being pressured by Pennington. Gets it off to Wetton. She'll try a right wing three, and she hits it. Everybody left her alone, and Wetton makes her 20th triple of the year. And Coach Taylor's going to take a timeout. 8-6, Logan County leads. It's another 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here with 1:48 left in this opening quarter. The Lady Cougars as a team shooting it at just 29% from three-point range on the season, making around 4 per game. They went just 2 for 10 in the first matchup between these two teams. And they've already made 2 here tonight, and very easily could have been 3 if Reese Bush's foot weren't on the line for the one that she knocked down to get Logan County on the board. The Lady Cougars 9-3 this season when they make at least 5 3-pointers. Their season high 8 against Butler County. Lady Cats 11-3 when they get to that 5 3-point mark. They've made as many as 12 against Owensboro, and AP had a game by herself against Allen County Scottsville where she had 9 by herself in a 39-point explosion. As we get back underway, Lady Cats go to Pennington, wide open left side, bang for 3. Anytime Logan County scores, the Lady Cats instantly respond. That one drawn up beautifully with the screen set off the ball to spring AP wide open. She's got 5, and the Lady Cats lead at 9-8, minute 15 left to go in this opening quarter. Adler has it in the corner, works it down low, left hook misses for Buchanan. Taylor up with the rebound on the baseline. Pennington makes it 22 of 23 games. She's made at least 1 triple so far this year, the exception that game at Christian County where she had the season low 8 points. She tries to pass it right side to Harrigan. It's picked off by Wetton. She takes it to the left block in transition and scores. Great jump on that one from Wetton. She's got 5, and the Lady Cougars lead at 10-9, 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see if Franklin-Simpson finds the response again. Harrigan steps into a right side 3. That one misses long. And it goes back to Logan County. They had set up, if you've seen this team play, you'll see this play often. Allie will start on the block, and they'll have 2 screens on that typically left side to spring her open. And they were setting that up, and then Harrigan stepped into a 3, and Logan County has it with 20 seconds left to go in the quarter. Nearly picked off on the right side by Harrigan, and now settling in at midcourt is Hampton with 12 seconds left to work with. She dribbles to the right wing. Taylor switches on in that matchup zone right now, and it goes to the left wing, Buchanan. Into the corner, Adler, guarded by Smith. 2 seconds, 1 second. Adler tries to fire it up. It goes right into Chloe's hand, and that will bring the quarter to a close. As expected, if you've caught the matchup between these two teams over the last couple years, it's a battle here at Logan County. 10-9, the Lady Cougars lead it after 1 here on 92.3 WFKN.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten. We'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
Back with you here at Logan County High School. The Lady Cougars of Logan County leading Franklin-Simpson 10-9 in our first game of the night here at Logan County. Again, when these two teams met at Franklin-Simpson last year, it was a tie game at halftime. And in the first matchup between these two teams this season, Franklin-Simpson led by just 2 at the break. As we get the second quarter underway, Logan County has the first possession. Franklin-Simpson Brings in Madeline Dean for the first time. Brindley Adler shoots a three over her from the corner, misses. Pennington with a rebound up ahead. Harrigan reverse layup, no, but she's fouled on the try by Holloway. And it'll be 2 more free throws for Harrigan, who made 2 in the first quarter. The lone 2 so far for a Lady Cat team, taking 14 per game on the season at a now 71% clip that has skyrocketed since Harrigan joined this team. The Lady Cats up to 26th in the state in free throw percentage. And Harrigan is now 4 for 4, and Franklin-Simpson has the lead back 11-10 with 7.5 minutes left before halftime. Taylor, Harrigan, Pennington, Smith out there with Dean. The junior averaging 3.5 points per game, scored 6 against Logan County as part of that great effort from the bench for Franklin-Simpson the first time around between these two squads. Adler has it on the free throw line. Smith guarding her, steps back and allows Adler room, and she takes advantage, buries the 17-foot jumper, and gives Logan County back the lead, 12-11 on her first basket. Talking about supporting casts. No points for Adler in that first quarter, but Logan County still leading. Adler scoring 17 per game as Harrigan walks in the right corner, and it goes back to the Lady Cougars. 5 points from Reese Wetton leads the way for Logan County. They make 2 threes in the opening quarter. Wetton with 1, Alyssa Hampton with another, and 2 points from Reese Bush rounds out the scoring for the Lady Cougars as AP has 5 to lead Franklin-Simpson. 4 for Harrigan and 2 for Smith. So all 11 on the board from that big 3. Right side, Holloway gets it for Logan County, drives in, Myler comes in to swat it away on the help and gets it off to Pennington. Lady Cats have numbers. AP drives, leaves it off. No, keeps it herself, and they call a travel as she tried to fake the pass to Smith and then scoop it on the right block. Turnovers have been killer so far for Franklin-Simpson, as Harley Crafton will come in. Tiff Harrigan will go to the bench for Franklin-Simpson. Lady Cats down by 1 with 1.5 minutes gone in this second quarter. Ball on the right side with Holloway. Now goes into the right corner to Wetton. Right back Holloway. They go up top. And they'll reset with Hampton. Tries to fire it on the left side. But Myler again active defensively. And it's knocked out. It'll stay with Logan County on the far sideline. Franklin-Simpson just 4 and 14 when they score under 40 points under Coach Taylor. Granted, one of those wins came this year. Right now, just 11 on the board. Defense has done its job, just waiting for the offense to pick up. Logan County probably saying the same thing. Up top, Hampton has it, guarded by Harley Crafton, the freshman averaging just over 2 points per game on the season. To Adler up top. Smith comes out to guard her. Pulls it back out, now gets a screen, and Taylor switches on before it's fired over on the right wing to Holloway. Ball goes on the elbow. Wetton spins around from Myler, fires it up from 12, misses, and Crafton clears for Franklin-Simpson. Off to Pennington, and she'll bring it into the front court, guarded by Holloway. Drives left, leaves it for Smith on a perfect bounce pass. Count the layup, and 1 for Chloe Smith with an assist and a half for Allie Pennington. First foul against Adler. Chloe now with 4 points. She'll go to the line. A 68% shooter on the season. Leads Franklin-Simpson with 5 free throw attempts per game. Has been in double figures 16 times this season. Crossed over the 1,000-point mark for her career along the way. Now at 1,080 points, and you can make it 1,081 as the free throw falls through, and the Lady Cats take the lead back 14-12. We've just been ping-ponging back and forth in this first half. We'll see if the Lady Cats can string together a stop and a score, try to break this thing open. Myler deflects another one out of bounds on the far side. It'll stay with Logan County over in the coffin corner. Inbound comes into Wetton. Now sends it over on the right side into the hands of Avery Thompson, the 5'4" sophomore averaging 5 points per game. Back out to Holloway. Now it goes on the left wing to Thompson to Adler. Thought about a triple, faked it, then took it because everyone stepped off, but she missed it long. Crafton rips away the board from 2 Lady Cougars and gets it off to Pennington. AP floats it to Smith. It's deflected. It would have been out on Logan County, but then Crafton tried to save it in the corner. That is a freshman making a freshman play there. And it goes back to Logan County off the turnover, as Pennington and Taylor will check out Harrigan and Rigsby back in. Lady Cats holding on to a 2-point lead. 3 minutes gone in this second quarter. I mentioned the under 40 stat in terms of scoring. If you've been around for these broadcasts, you know for Franklin-Simpson, when they hold teams under 40, they don't lose. 79-0 under Coach Taylor, as Wetton drives and then throws it away on the baseline, right back to Franklin-Simpson. For whatever struggles the Lady Cats have had offensively, Logan County not taking advantage. As Harrigan brings it now front court guarded by Wetton. Pulls up left elbow extended, rattles off, and it's pulled down by Adler. Harrigan with 4 points, but still looking for her first field goal. As Adler brings it front court, Chloe Smith guarding her. Just 2 points so far for Adler at a 15-point double-double when these two teams first faced off. Goes into the corner, Wetton, guarded by Harrigan. Screen set, Puff fights through it again, and goes out to stand at half court, and then an offensive foul call on the far side. As, are they going to say it's against Franklin-Simpson? No, they switch it to being on Harrigan. It looked like it was going to be an offensive foul, as Holloway had gone over to set a screen to try to get Adler open. Instead, they get a super delayed call against Harrigan for the second bump fighting through the screen. That's her second foul, but she'll stay in with 4 minutes left before halftime. Pennington will check in at the next dead ball, presumably for Harrigan, but we'll find out together. Buchanan has it on the right wing, drives around Myler, falls down on her way to the rim, but they call Reese for a foul. She throws both hands up, and half the crowd has their hands up, wondering the same thing Reese is. That's her first, and Pennington will come in rather for Crafton. She's pointing to Harrigan, saying Tiff has 2 fouls. But instead, it will stay with Pennington and Harrigan both in the game, and Logan County won't even get a shooting foul here. I don't know how you call a foul there, and it's not a shooting foul. But instead, it'll be a baseline inbound, and Adler will walk it up to the top of the key, guarded by Smith. Sends it over to Buchanan on the right wing. Drives and kicks. Adler fakes a 3, drives right against Smith, spins back left, up and under. Floated it well long, gets rebounded on the opposite block. Putback is blocked by Myler. She's been everywhere for Franklin-Simpson. And a jump ball call that sends it to the Lady Cats.
Returning for the Lady Wildcats, number 21.
Reese has been plugged into the starting lineup the last few games and just brings a different element. Despite being a senior, a raw player, this is the first year that she's been with this team. And she is just a player that you look at 70% of the way through the season, and she's still got a ton of room to grow. Pennington has it up top, crosses over, gets a screen from Myler, steps back, 2 defenders come her way, kicks it out. Reese fakes the top of the key 3, shovels it down low. Smith through 2 defenders, scores. Chloe's got 7 off the assist from Myler, who is doing it all so far for the Lady Cats. 16-12, under 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Wetton drives, kicks it out on the left wing to Thompson, now to Adler, and we get a foul. Is this one against Taylor up top?
Fouls on number 21, Kinsey Taylor, her first, team's third.
Another one where there just was not much going on. Rigsby will come in for Reese. With 2:52 left to go before the half. It's been a chippy, sloppy first half, but the Lady Cats on the right side of a 16-12 lead. Just 2 points scored in this quarter so far for Logan County. Those 2 from Brindley Adler, who now passes it over on the left side to Holloway. Hits a cutting Buchanan, kicks it out left corner. Wetton drives, kicks it back out. 3-pointer on the way, missed way long. Taylor touches it and it goes out of bounds as she was trying to box out Adler. So Logan County will keep it on the baseline with 2:33 left to go before halftime. Inbound comes into the left corner to Buchanan. Now Adler, they try to get it to her on the wing, but it's picked off by Smith. Chloe all the way to the rim and drops it in for 2. Chloe has 7 of 9 in the quarter for FS. It's 18-12 Lady Cats. Ball goes right side into the hands of Thompson. Now into the corner, Adler guarded by Smith. Adler dribbles to her left, flashing in the elbow is Thompson, and she gets it there. Drives to the block. She travels. Now they've got to call it. She traveled twice. They called the second one as she traveled going right and then tried to step back left. And with exactly 2 minutes left before halftime, the Lady Cats get it back with an 18-12 lead as Harrigan now comes out with her 2 fouls. And Crafton checks in. Chloe Smith had just 6 points because of foul trouble in the first matchup between these two teams. She's already got 9 in the first half. Half of the 18 for FS so far. Pennington brings it across right side. Stops at the elbow. Falls away. Thought she was fouled. Doesn't get the call. And instead here comes Logan County the other way. Wetton up top to Adler. Smith comes out to guard her again. Screen set. Chloe doesn't care about it. Now it goes on the left side to Thompson. Back out to Adler, and they reset with 1:30 left to go in the second quarter. Adler jabs right, drives right. Now kicks it out on the wing to Holloway. Hands it off to Hampton, and again they'll reset. Ball stuck on the perimeter still for Logan County. Struggling to get anything going towards the basket. Hampton on the right wing. Now they hit a cutting. Adler on the right block. Smith tries to block it from behind. Can't get a hand on it. And Adler drops it in for her second field goal to cut the Franklin-Simpson lead to 4. 18-14. Under a minute left to go now in the first half. Pennington brings it to the left wing. Smith comes to set a screen. AP uses it to her right. Fakes the 3, sends it out to Rigsby. Mila into the corner, Taylor. Pennington off a screen, gets it on the right wing with 45 seconds left to go in the half. Steps behind a screen, right wing triple. Got that one to go. She missed the first one from Franklin. That one was from the county line. And it's 21-14 with 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Ball goes on the left side to Holloway. Adler trying to spring free. She does because Smith thought she had committed a foul, but Adler's three-pointer misses well short, trying to save it as Wetton, but she throws it out of bounds on the far sideline with 15.5 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Chloe thought she was going to be called for a foul fighting through a screen, so she backed off. As Myler and Dean check in, Rigsby and Crafton out. Logan County now is going to try to apply some full court pressure. It doesn't work as Taylor gets it right into the front court. Now sends it over to Pennington left side. Now holds it the midcourt logo. 8 seconds to work with. AP isolated up top. Sets up, drives right, gets a screen and get an illegal screen called against Taylor with 3 seconds left to go before halftime. Carmen Phillips comes in for the first time, coming off that career-high 10 points against Todd County. The inbound deflected, caught by Myler, and that will bring the first half to a humble close. The Lady Cats trailed by 1 after 1. They hold Logan County to 4 points in the second quarter, and as we head to the halftime break, it's a 21-14 Franklin-Simpson lead in the girls matchup to get us started from Logan County High School. It'll be a bit of an extended halftime as they're going to do Senior Day festivities here at Logan County, but just for the boys basketball team, as you go through this girls roster, there's not a single senior for the Lady Cougars, so it'll be a bit of an expedited senior night taking place here. We'll move through it together, get through the numbers from this opening half of play, and do a little preview for the boys matchup to follow. It's our final 13th district doubleheader of the regular season. At the break, the girls leading at 21-14 over Logan County here on 92.3 WFKN.
Sponsored by Grease Monkey of Franklin, as well as Franklin EPB Fiber.
In Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Seniors are honored for the Logan County boys basketball team. As we mentioned beforehand, there were none to honor for this Lady Cougar team, extremely young, led by sophomore Brindley Adler. In fact, they've only got 2 juniors on this team as well. For a squad that's won at least 15 games the last 5 seasons, under head coach Deidre Adler, looking for their first win under Coach Adler against this Franklin-Simpson team. They trail the Lady Cats 21-14 at the break. Taking a look at the numbers from this opening half, Reese Wetton leading the way for Logan County with 5 points, all in that first quarter that Logan County led 10-9 after. 4 points for Brindley Adler, had all 4 of their second quarter points, averaging 17 per game on the season, has had 4 double-doubles in her last 8 games. The Lady Cats have done a great job against her tonight, and for the most part did a great job against her in that first matchup. She scored 15 points, but 9 of them came at the free throw line. No free throws attempted so far tonight for a Logan County team, taking nearly 18 per game on the year. 3 points for Alyssa Hampton, 2 for Reese Bush, rounds out the scoring for the Lady Cougars. They hit 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, none in the second. Franklin-Simpson, only 3 players have scored, and if I were to tell you that at halftime only 3 players have scored for the Lady Cats and you had to guess which 3, you'd probably be able to get them. Chloe Smith leading the way with 9 points so far, had 7 of the 12 second quarter points for FS, 8 from Allie Pennington, who has both triples for the Lady Cats so far, and 4 for Tiff Harrigan, all at the free throw line. The Lady Cats as a team, 5 for 5. As a team is a strong phrasing there. It's Pennington with 4 of them made, and Chloe's taken the other one. Allie Pennington, no free throw tries, but the 2 triples that she's made so far in this one put her at 93 pointers made on the year. She leads the state in total 3-pointers made, 3rd in terms of how many she makes per game, coming off a 22.3 3-pointer performance on Tuesday against Todd County Central. In the first matchup between these 2 teams, AP had made 5 3-pointers in the first half, had 19 points at the halftime break, did not score again in the second half, but it didn't matter, as the Lady Cats scored 30 points without her scoring a single point. And we'll see if this second half profiles in a similar way. If Logan County comes out and, as you would expect, throws multiple defenders at AP, they've really just tried to play her straight up man-to-man. And with the off-ball action that Franklin-Simpson runs, there is only so far that that's going to take you. She's been able to spring open and get a couple of good looks early on in this one. 21-14, Franklin-Simpson leading it on the girls' side at the half. While we have some time, let's go ahead and get set for our boys' matchup to follow between these two teams. The Wildcats coming off of win number 200 for head coach Dee Spencer at Franklin-Simpson High School. Now 7-12 overall in the season, 2-3 in district play after getting that win on Tuesday over Todd County Central, 71-49 to snap a 5-game losing streak overall. Logan County 15-9 overall in the season, 5-0 in 13th district play. They have clinched the top seed in the 13th district tournament for a second straight year. They're riding a 5-game winning streak that started with their double overtime win at Franklin-Simpson and includes a 3-point win at Russellville and a 70-47 win at Todd County Central. The Wildcats trying to avoid their first time having a losing record in 13th district play since the 2017-18 season as they take on a Logan County team. Again, as we mentioned, 2 overtimes it took in the first matchup between these two teams. Franklin-Simpson led that game by 8 after the first quarter. 14-6 was a dominant defensive effort all the way through for the Wildcats. Logan County had 43 points at the end of regulation. That would have been a season low for the Cougars and one off of a season low allowed for Franklin-Simpson. The problem is the 43 scored for the Wildcats would have been a season low allowed for Logan County. The biggest difference tonight, I would expect, is that the Wildcats are not going to be able to bank on Logan County repeating their 2-for-20 performance from 3 that they had in that first game. The Cougars are making over 6 3-pointers per game this season, and they went 9-for-21 against the Wildcats on this floor in a dominant 83-53 win in the matchup between these two teams last year. Meanwhile, the Cougars seeking their first undefeated district season since the 2019-20 season under head coach John Tinsley, who is now working under his son at Russellville. And just like they did against the Wildcats, the Cougars have built this entire winning streak that started with that game with defense. They're allowing just 48 points per game over this 5-game winning streak. That is adjusting for the Franklin-Simpson game at the end of regulation. They were giving up 60 points per game through their first 19 games of the season. And before that Franklin-Simpson game, in their first 19 games, they had held only one team under 50 points, including that game and the 4 that have followed. 4 of 5 through regulation have been held under 50. Their star, Davis Schweitzer, is coming off his 16th 20-point performance of the season. He still ranks in the top 40 in state in scoring, and he gets to the line 7.5 times per game. He took 10 free throws in that win against Franklin-Simpson, making 6 of them. He scored 19 points after he had just 2 in the first half. There were lots of other stars that had to step up for Logan County to get that win. We'll dive into those more as we get into that boys matchup between the Wildcats and the Cougars. But for now, we've still got another half to play in this girls matchup between Franklin-Simpson and Logan County. 21-14, Lady Cats lead it. Second half comes your way after this on 92.3 WFKN. Let's do a
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Ready to get the second half of action underway here from Logan County High School. It's the Lady Cougars who will have the first possession, trailing Franklin-Simpson 21-14 after scoring just 4 second quarter points, despite leading at 10-9 after the first. Lady Cats come out in their matchup zone to start the second half. Adler has it down low, gives it off on the baseline to Bush. Now they reset outside with Alyssa Hampton, 3 points so far, averaging 7 per game on the season. Gets a screen up top from Addison Holloway, the freshman who's scoreless so far. She'll take a right wing three, missed it short. Goes out of bounds on the far sideline to Franklin-Simpson. Immediately, Logan County is going to bring in a sub as Ansley Buchanan checks in for Reese Bush. Buchanan, a starter for most of the way this year, averaging 4.5 points per game, was scoreless in the first matchup against the Lady Cats. Pennington gets a left side screen from Smith. Now floats it over to Taylor on the right side. To Harrigan in the corner. Screen set for Smith down low. Instead it goes up top to Pennington. Drives right side. Kicks it out. Harrigan catch and shoot three. Missed it off to the right. And it's pulled down by Buchanan on the block. Wetton will bring it front court against Harrigan. Drives left. Tiff cuts her off. And Wetton has to pull it back out to the wing. Now left elbow Adler. Guarded by Smith. Drives right. Picks it up at the free throw line outside to Buchanan. Drives against Myler, tries to kick it out to the wing. It's picked off by Pennington. AP to the left block, takes the contact, no call, missed the layup. And here comes Logan County the other way. They have numbers. Wetton fires to Adler, right wing three. Got it. Her 40th make from deep this season. Shooting 40% from outside, and it's a 4-point game. 21-17 Lady Cats lead after the third three of the game from Logan County. Chloe Smith has it up top, hands it off to Pennington. Pulls it out to the top of the key, now floats it right corner to Myler. Trying to go down low, Smith instead goes cross court, left corner to Harrigan. Beats Wetton off the dribble, stops on the block, fades and hits. First field goal for Harrigan. She's got 6 points. That's the lead for FS, 23-17 with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Left side it goes to Buchanan. Now sends it left corner to Hampton. Taylor picks her up. Up top, Holloway. Now over to Adler. Tries to hit Wetton, flashing down low, and Harrigan knocks it out of bounds on the baseline. As Harley Crafton will come in, Reese Myler checks out. Lady Cats have had extremely active hands. Logan County just a lot of passes around the wings. This time they go right to the block off the inbound. Chloe blocked the shot but caught the hand of Adler in the process. So Brentley Adler will go to the line for the first 2 free throws of this game for the Lady Cougars. The first foul on Chloe Smith. The Lady Cats have committed more fouls than Logan County, despite the fact that they've taken 5 free throws to now just the 1 for Logan as Adler misses the first of these 2. Both Harrigan and Taylor have 2 fouls. Adler, a 71% shooter on the season, taking over 7 free throws per game, splits these 2. She's got their last 8 points, spanning back to all of their 4 that she scored in the second quarter. It's 23-18 FS, up by 5 with 5.5 minutes left to go in the third. Smith hands off to Pennington, off a screen from Crafton, drives, floats it up in the middle of the lane, missed it long, got her own miss, leaves it for Taylor on the block, and then she double dribbles, stuck between 2 defenders, and it goes back to Logan County with 5:20 left to go in the quarter. Lady Cats are going to apply some full court man-to-man pressure now. Some confusion, and it's just floated up and picked off by Harrigan in the backcourt. Over to Pennington, fakes the 3, steps back, fires, hits! AP from downtown again, and Logan County takes a full timeout. 11 points for Pennington. It's 26-18 Franklin-Simpson with 5:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Timeout Logan County. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on 92.3 WFKN. Let's do a minute.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
And Allie Pennington has made at least 3 3-pointers in a game for Franklin-Simpson. She's got all 3 for the Lady Cats tonight, leading all scorers with her 11 points. As Franklin-Simpson leads 26-18 with 5:10 left to go in the third quarter. Logan County basketball out of a full timeout from head coach Deidre Adler. Ansley Buchanan brings it into the front court, guarded by Chloe Smith. Now it goes left side to Addison Holloway. Holloway drives, gets inside against Crafton, missed it short, got it back. Crafton knocked it away. Rebound last touched and out of bounds off of Harrigan. It'll stay with Logan County on the baseline. Mila Rigsby quickly checks in. And Chloe Smith comes out as the Lady Cats will go with 5 guards here. Rigsby, Harrigan, Pennington, Taylor, and Crafton against what is virtually at all times a 5-guard look for Logan County with no player taller than the 5'8" Adler. Harrigan tips a pass. Rigsby fighting for it at half court. Coach Taylor tries to get a timeout. She can't. And a jump ball is going to be called. Either way, the arrow sends it to Franklin-Simpson with 4:39 left to go in the quarter. Rigsby will be the one to inbound. We'll see what this Franklin-Simpson offense looks like with all guards out there. Harrigan walks it across. They try to spring Pennington open with those screens on the left side. Now sends it right back to Harrigan on the right wing. Crafton sets a screen for her. Tiff steps back, gets to the elbow, spins, kicks. Crafton for 3. Missed it long, and Adler gets the rebound in the opposite block. Here comes Brindley Adler into the front court. Guarded by Taylor, barrels in, now sends it on the baseline to Wetton. Right back, but it's knocked away from behind by Taylor. Here comes Pennington. AP stops. Wide open top of the key. Rattles off, no. Rigsby with the offensive rebound, then has it ripped away, and Logan County's up with it. Here comes Adler the other way. Hesitates, drives into Pennington, wraps around, misses the scoop layup. Offensive rebound collected, and the putback missed by Wetton, but she'll go to the line for 2 free throws of her own. They get the foul against Harley, her first, second on the Lady Cats. No fouls so far in the second half on Logan County. 2 free throws on the way for Reese Wetton, a 59% shooter on the season. Misses the first. Lady Cougars now just 1 for 3 at the stripe. As Rigsby will come out, Chloe Smith back in. So the 5-guard lineup didn't last too long. We're just over halfway through this third quarter. Second free throw misses as well from Wetton, so it's still 26-18 FS. Pennington darts it to Smith, wide open for 2. Chloe into double figures now with 11. 17 times she's scored at least 10 this year. Lady Cats lead it by 10, 28-18. Allison Hampton brings it into the front court. Double team comes. On the left side, it goes to Holloway. She tries a deep jumper. That misses. Here comes Harrigan the other way. Tiff, left side. Pennington fakes the 3. Steps back, now sends it out to Harrigan. Tiff thought about a triple, but Pennington is down, holding her right shin. She'll pop up. She had fallen down out of bounds. Coach Taylor asks her if she's fine. She says she is. I don't know what had caused what caused it in the first place. Trying to look back after our next break, but for now, Harrigan has it up top. Harrigan steps back at the elbow and fires a jumper. That misses short, and it's rebounded down low by Wetton. Hampton brings it front court. 3 minutes now left in the quarter. Lady Cats leading at 28-18. Just 4 points again scored so far in the third quarter by Logan County. They only had 4 in the second quarter. Addison Holloway has it right side, gives it off in the right corner to Hampton. She wraps around baseline, floater misses long. Crafton gets the rebound on the opposite block. Off to Pennington. Running just fine for now. Crosses over at the top of the key, gets inside, kicks to Taylor. Now comes back to get it on the wing. Pennington floats it up to Smith. Nice one-handed catch, and she scores it down low. Timeout taken by Franklin-Simpson. With 2:34 left to go in this third quarter after the layup from Smith. We'll take one as well. 30-18, Lady Cats lead at Smith. Leads everybody now with 13 here on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
.234 left to go in the third quarter. Franklin-Simpson leading 13-18 over Logan County. Lady Cats had a bit of a scare there close to before that break with Pennington going down on the far side. I looked back on our Channel 9 stream. Was tough to fully tell, but she and Addison Holloway were at least fighting on the far sideline. Couldn't tell if they just got wrapped up and then Pennington fell or if she was pushed out or what happened. But most importantly, she's up and okay as we get back underway. It's Logan County ball. Adler fighting on the right block. She misses. Pennington gets the rebound. Great defense from the freshman Crafton. Here comes AP. Left side to Harrigan. Gets to the block. Her layup gets the bounce and falls through. 8 points now for Harrigan. It's 32-18 Franklin-Simpson. Lady Cats starting to break this thing open with 2 minutes left to go in the third. Hampton walks at front court against Taylor. Now sends it into the left corner. Wetton trying to go down low to Adler, but the Lady Cats shading 2 defenders down there on the block as Wetton steps out of bounds, driving baseline, and it goes back to Franklin-Simpson with 1:51 left to go in the third. Still Harrigan, Pennington, and Smith with all the points for FS, but my goodness, defensively, the rest of the Lady Cats have showed up. Harrigan holds it on the right side. Pennington was open up top, but they're going to call a foul off the ball against Logan County. This time they get it on Holloway, trying to fight around a Chloe Smith screen. That's her second. Anza Buchanan checks out Avery Thompson. The sophomore averaging 5 points per game comes in. She's scoreless so far, had 6 against the Lady Cats in the first matchup between these two teams. 21-point win for FS after leading by just 2 at halftime. Here comes Pennington. Steps back on the left elbow. Now sends it over on the wing to Crafton. Hand off to Harrigan. Now goes up top Taylor. Kinsey dribbles and hands it off to Pennington near midcourt. AP drives in. Kicks it out at the last second to Taylor. She drives, dishes to Harrigan. Behind the back dribble, crosses back to her right. Sends it outside to Taylor, doesn't take it. Instead goes left elbow Crafton. Kicks out to Harrigan for 3. Missed it off the front side of the rim. Rebound tipped out. It should stay with FS. No, they're going to say, I guess last touch by Taylor. I don't know how Kinsey was the one to touch it. But it'll go to Logan County as Rigsby comes in. Smith out with 1:02 left to go in this third quarter. Lady Cats back to that 5-guard look. Ansley Buchanan will come right back in for Logan County as Thompson checks out. Adler will bring it into the front court, guarded by Pennington. 8 points so far for Adler. She has their last 8 total. Spins off Rigsby on the right side. Can't bank it in from 6 feet. Harrigan gets the rebound away from two Lady Cougars. Brings it down right side. 3 defenders around her to Pennington for 3. Yes! 4th 3 of the night for AP. All of them further and further from that 3-point arc. 35-18, Franklin-Simpson leads. Adler driving right side. AP cuts her off. They get a foul on the drive against Pennington. That's the 3rd against the Lady Cats in the quarter. 18.6 left to go. Will be a baseline inbound for Logan County. Up top, Adler gets it on the elbow, tries to spin against Pennington, lost control, send it out to the corner, it's out of bounds. With 7 seconds left to go, Franklin-Simpson gets it back with a 17-point lead. Smith and Myler check back in, so now the 2 forward look for FS out of that 5-guard look. Logan County going to bring in Reese Bush for a little more size. Brindley Adler will get her first rest of the game for all of 7 seconds at the end of this quarter. Harrigan will bring it into the front court quickly. Under 5 seconds left now. 3. Harrigan just gives it over to Pennington. Lost control. It's knocked away. And that will bring the quarter to a close. Logan County led it 10-9 after the first quarter. Since then, they've scored 4 points apiece the next 2 quarters. And as we head to the final frame, the Lady Cats in full control, leading at 35-18. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on 92.3 WFKN.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Start of the 4th quarter here at Logan County High School. Your Lady Cats lead at 35-18 behind 14 points from Allie Pennington, 13 from Chloe Smith, 8 from Tiff Harrigan, and that's the scoring. So far for Franklin-Simpson, Logan County led by 8 from Brindley Adler, who has their last 8 points, 4 apiece in the 2nd and 3rd quarters. That is it since the opening frame for Logan County. Left corner, Hampton has it. Now they give it on the elbow to Adler, guarded by Smith. Either Chloe or AP have had that matchup all night, and both have been excellent. Myler comes from behind to swat a pass away from Buchanan on the block. Can't control it. No, she's able to knock it out. It's last touched by Logan County on the sideline. They took their time to motion that it would go to Franklin-Simpson, but continues an excellent defensive night from Myler in particular. As the Lady Cats lead at 35-18. Harrigan trapped at half court, floats it to Smith on the elbow, drives all the way to the block, and Chloe now has a team high 15. Her season high 20 against Barron County, career high 21 going back to last year against Metcalfe County in the region championship game. As a timeout is going to be taken quickly by Logan County, trailing at 37-18. Franklin-Simpson with 4 3-pointers made so far, all from Pennington. 5 for 5 at the free throw line as a team. Logan County just 1 for 4 as a team that averages around 11 makes per game on the season at nearly 18 attempts. They took 20 in the first matchup between these two teams, went 12 for 20. Adler herself went 9 for 11. She was scoreless in the first quarter, has been the only offense for the Lady Cougars since, and that has not said much, as the Lady Cats have done an excellent job against her and everyone else out there for Logan County. I can't wait to see the field goal percentage numbers from this one on the other side. As we get back underway, Alyssa Hampton has it up top, dribbles over to the right wing, denies a screen, steps back against Pennington, tries to get baseline, and AP cuts it off. She's played a great defensive game. Hampton stuck in the corner, tries to go on the baseline to Bush. She lost it, thrown over her head. Buchanan that turned it over. Either way, it's Franklin-Simpson ball. Harrigan holds it at the top of the key, guarded by Wetton. Steps into a free throw line jumper. Missed it off the front side of the rim. Myler with a rebound on the baseline for FS, but couldn't stay in bounds amongst the contact. And Logan County gets it back with 6:36 left to go in the game. Crafton will check in as Harrigan comes out. Lady Cats won the first matchup by 21, 57-36. We'll see if they can eclipse that margin tonight, up by 19 so far. Here comes Holloway into the lane. Myler blocks the shot and gets the rebound as well. Double team, and is going to be fouled from behind, fighting to keep possession of it. They get the foul against Buchanan. Myler a bit slow to get up, but she brushes off the elbow and is back to her feet. Taylor, Pennington, Crafton, and Smith with her out there on the floor right now with 6:20 left to go, as AP will walk it into the front court. Holloway waiting for it at the timeline. Goes over to Taylor on the left wing. Smith flashes on the elbow. Instead, it goes to Crafton, now right side to Pennington. Fakes a step back three. Cross court to Taylor. Back to AP. This time she's going to fire. Missed it long. It was dead on line. Rebound batted, and here comes Wetton the other way for Logan County. Wetton on the left wing lost control. They'll say it was last touched by Crafton. Hurley had jumped up initially and intercepted a pass that was for Pennington. Then before that three, set a perfect screen that left her wide open. As Myler and Taylor come out, Harrigan and Dean back in for the Lady Cats. Harrigan 8 points so far. Has been in double figures in 5 of her first 6 games with Franklin-Simpson. The lone exception, 9 points Tuesday against Todd County Central. Only took 5 shots in that game as the Lady Cats had a running clock early in the third quarter. Adler drives, gets to the left block, scores around Smith. She's now got their last 10 points. And cuts the Franklin-Simpson lead to 17 with 5.5 minutes left to go. Harrigan right side. To Pennington left wing. Double team comes. AP tries to spin around it. Now gives it to Crafton on the left wing, who tries to dart it down low to Dean, but overthrows it. And it goes out of bounds on the baseline. Mackenzie Taylor will come right back in as Crafton will come out. Waiting to see if somebody will score outside of the trio of Harrigan, Pennington, and Smith for FS. Hampton brings it into the front court, guarded by Pennington, goes to Adler on the left wing. Steps back behind a screen and fires a three. That misses long, but the rebound goes out to Buchanan. Adler on the block against Taylor. Missed the right-handed layup. She's sealed off, and it's rebounded by Smith. Good job by Taylor to play that straight up and then box her out on the rebound. Pennington gets a right wing screen from Smith. Now gets another one wrapping to her left. AP outside to Taylor. Fakes the three, gives it back to Pennington in the corner. Steps back this time, fires, and hits. Come on! Pennington now with 17. She's dialed up 5 from outside, and it's 40-20 Franklin-Simpson. Make it 10 times this year. She's made at least 5 triples. Up to 93 three-pointers this season. Last season, Franklin-Simpson made 70 as a team. Timeout called by Coach Adler as again the ball was just stuck being dribbled around the perimeter. It's a full, so we'll take one more as well. 4:13 left to go at Logan County High School. Lady Cats lead it 40-20 as we wind down the fourth here on 92.3 WFKN. All right, I think we're good.
To see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel, Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
Back with you here at Logan County High School, 40-20 is the Lady Cat lead with 4:13 left to go. It's Logan County ball out of the full timeout from head coach Deidre Adler. 0-12 in her career against Franklin-Simpson. She and Ashley Taylor, both in their 6th season as head coaches. Brynlee Adler gets it down low, misses the first try, then has it knocked away by Harrigan. And here comes Franklin-Simpson the other way. Smith darts it over to Harrigan in the left corner. Tiff all the way to the rack, takes the contact, missed the layup. Will go to the line for 2 more free throws. She's 4 for 4 there tonight. Franklin-Simpson 5 for 5 as a team. Harrigan could get into double figures with these 2 free throws and rattles home the first.
Harrigan at the line for the Lady Wildcats.
Second one up and rattles off, just her 2nd miss of the season. 5 for 6 tonight, now 29 for 31 on the year. Has 9 points, it's 41-20 FS. Wetton gets around Harrigan on the left block, and Reese Wetton will go to the line for 2 free throws as she's fouled on the layup try.
Fouls on number 5, Tiffany Harrigan, her 3rd.
Could break a streak of 12 straight scored, or excuse me, 10 straight scored by Brynlee Adler for Logan County. Wetton had a chance to break that in the 3rd quarter with 2 free throws and missed both, and here she misses the first of these 2. A 59% shooter on the year. Second one on its way, and that one swishes through. She's now got 6 points after having a 5-point first quarter that Logan County led 10-9 after. Fast forward to 3.5 minutes left to go in the game, and it's 41-21 FS. Pennington sends it cross court to Rigsby, who tries to go to Taylor and throws it over her head and out of bounds into the hands of Coach Taylor by the Franklin-Simpson bench. I don't know if Coach Taylor was showing off her jumper. She gave that one to the official, or looked more like she was trying to do a set in volleyball. Either way, we're back underway. Hampton holds it up top, guarded loosely by Taylor. Puts it on the floor, crosses left, gets inside, and Taylor fouls her from behind. And it'll be 2 free throws for Alyssa Hampton. Just a 39% shooter on the year. Logan County 2 for 6 at the line tonight, make it 2 for 7. Lady Cats are 6 for 7. As she takes a dribble, fires up the second. That one off to the left side. Pennington gets the rebound, and she'll bring it into the front court as well for Franklin-Simpson with 3 minutes left to go in a 20-point lead. Sends it to Taylor on the left wing. Now fires to Pennington right side. They say she took an extra step off the catch as she caught it and drove to her left. And it goes back to Logan County with 2:55 left to go. Carmen Phillips will come in. Kinsey comes out. Been a slow last minute of play, a lot of stoppages. We'll see if either team can get into a flow in the final 3 minutes of this one. Adler gets it right elbow, double team comes, now sends it back on the right wing to Hampton. Ball goes on the baseline, Wetton wraps it over to Holloway. She fakes a jumper, then pulls it out, and a bump is called against Rigsby. Third foul of the quarter against Franklin-Simpson. Baseline inbound will be taken by Holloway. Nearly throws it out of bounds, trying to save it is Wetton, but it goes right to Franklin-Simpson. Here comes Chloe Smith into the front court. Chloe to Pennington on the left wing, to Harrigan left corner. Drives, stops, tries to bank it in from 5. Missed it long. Kicks her own rebound out with a bounce pass to Pennington, who controls it on the left wing. Rigsby over to Harrigan. Throws it to no one. I think Smith, she thought, was going to the elbow, but stayed down low. In transition, right block layup, good for Logan County. And right down after the make is Addison Holloway holding her calf. Looked like a cramp, if anything, the way she immediately held it. With 2:07 left to go, Coach Adler getting ready to empty the bench, as is. In a 41-23 game, Lady Cats up by 18, and they will go ahead and let them empty out their bench. I say that Reese Bush, who started, is one of the 5 to come in. Marley Bossois in for the first time, the 7th grader averaging a point per game. Caroline Owen, 8th grader, making her 11th appearance of the year. Macy Clenard, a freshman, making her 14th appearance out there for Logan County. As on the right side, Pennington buries another triple on the wing. Coach Taylor trying to chase down the official so she can make her own subs as AP hits 20 points for the 11th time this year. Now 6 3-pointers for the game for Pennington. Went 3 for 7 from deep against Todd County Central Tuesday. Made 5 threes in the win against Logan County back in January. And tonight has been her night, the second half in particular. After she didn't score in the second half against Logan County in that first matchup, she's hit 4 of her 6 threes between the third and fourth quarter. And the Lady Cats have a 44-23 lead. And now the 5 on the floor for the Lady Cats: Harley Crafton, Mila Rigsby, Carmen Phillips, Madeline Dean, and Asia Cosby. Good to see back out there for FS after she hadn't played a couple of games. Ball comes on the left side to Owen for Logan County. Under 2 minutes left to go. And a 21-point Franklin-Simpson lead. Bossois pulls up from up top. That misses. Rebounded by Crafton. Off to Rigsby, and she'll bring it into the front court. Mila drives left side. Picks up her dribble. Needs an option. And now fires it out to Crafton on the wing. Harley lost her dribble. Leaves it off at the last moment for Phillips on the right block. Turns and kicks it back out to Crafton. Up top, Dean for 3. Got it to go! The first player to score besides Harrigan, Pennington, or Smith is Madeline Dean with 1:15 left to go in this ball game. Her 6th three-pointer of the season. 47-23 FS. Owen wraps from left to the top of the key, and Coach Adler takes a timeout with 56 seconds left to go in this one. The official smiling as he points over to the timekeeper for the call. It's a full. We'll keep it here, though, with just under a minute left to go in this ball game. Pennington will finish with 15 points for Chloe Smith, 9 for Harrigan for a second straight game, as Dean makes it 7 3-pointers for the Lady Cats. They made 8 in the first matchup between these two teams, 6 on Tuesday against Todd County Central. Lady Cats will move to 12-3 this year when they make at least 5 3-pointers. Logan County hit 2 in the opening quarter. They've just hit 1 since then, and in total since that first quarter scored just 13 points since putting up 10 in the opening frame. 2 points apiece in the second and third quarters, 5 points in the fourth quarter so far, as they'll have possession out of the timeout with 56 seconds left to go. Swabble inbound to Mina Salon Hurtado, making her 21st appearance of the year. She holds it on the right wing, guarded by Crafton. Sends it down low to Bush. Cosby guarding her. Has to kick it out to the corner, and they'll reset. Right side, Hurtado. Drives right, bounce pass into the corner Boissois tries to go outside to Clenard. She lost it but gets it back just short of the half-court line. Then it's thrown off the hands of Boissois, and it's back to Franklin-Simpson with 27 seconds left to go in a 47-23 ball game. Crafton gets the inbound, quickly brings it front court, drives in from the right side, tries to pull up with the jumper, and she's fouled from behind with 22 seconds left on the clock. 2 free throws on the way for Harley Crafton. Just 1 for 2 at the stripe this season as she makes the first of these 2, split her first 2 in the win at Christian County on Monday. Emily Lowry comes in for Logan County, just her 9th appearance of the year, the 8th grader with 2 points scored. Crafton makes both these free throws. And it's 49-23 FS with 20 seconds left and ticking. Boissois on the right side, gives it into the corner, 10 seconds left to go as Bush holds on to it, goes down low. Clenard working against Phillips and gets fouled with 7 seconds left to go on the missed layup try.
Fouls on number 25, Carmen Phillips, her first.
So 2 free throws for Macy Clenard, making her 14th appearance. She's scored 8 points so far this year. Misses the first of these 2 long. We'll give Logan County a chance to bring in one more sub as 8th grader Landry Holloway comes in to make her 9th appearance of the season. In a 49-23 ball game. Clenard's second free throw misses long as well. Cosby gets the rebound for Franklin-Simpson, gives it to Rigsby. She'll hold on to it in the backcourt, and that will bring this game to a close. As the buzzer sounds, Franklin-Simpson caps off an undefeated regular season District 13 slate for the 5th time in 6 years under head coach Ashley Taylor. Just 1 regular season district loss, and she remains unbeaten against the Lady Cougars of Logan County with a 49-23 win here tonight. 13-0 is Coach Taylor against the Lady Cougars in her tenure at Franklin-Simpson High School. We'll take a look at the numbers for this first matchup and start to get you ready for the second game, wedged in between our interview with Coach Taylor and picking out our Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game. All of that on the way after this as we get our first post-game show of the night underway following a 49-23 Lady Cat win over Logan County here on 92.3 WFKN.
Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank, is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
High School, as we get our first post-game show of the night underway. The Lady Cats winning our opening game 49-23 over the Lady Cougars of Logan County, moving to 17-6 overall on the season, finishing a perfect 6-0 in 13th district play. The Lady Cougars falling to 16-12 overall. They finish at 3-3 in the district. Regardless, they will be the 2 seed in the 13th district tournament that will be played on this floor, not this coming Monday, but the following one. As tonight we wrap up the regular season slate. Just one more regular season district game to go, with the boys matchup coming up here in about 20 minutes. Tyler Eaton with you. Very happy to have you with us, whether you're listening on 92.3 FM, 92.3 WFKN.com, the WFKN app, or if you're watching alongside us on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. I apologize for the view that you're taking in at the moment. I asked Aaron if he would just turn it around and point it towards his face for the entirety of these segments, but for some reason he said that was a no-go. So here we are instead. Do want to give a shout out to Will Cody from WFKN, celebrating a big, I think, 5th or 6th 21st birthday that he's got going on there. So be sure to tell him happy birthday if you see him, or if you hear him on the airwaves, send him a message on the WFKN Facebook page. Celebrating that and a Lady Cat victory, hopefully with a Wildcat victory to follow. Doesn't get much better than that on a Friday night. Lady Cats win 49-23 as we take a look at the numbers from this opening game. First for Logan County, 10 points leads the way from Brinley Adler. Didn't score in the first quarter, then scored all of their 8 points across the second and third quarters. Finishes with 10 after scoring 15 points in the first matchup between these two teams. 6 points from Reese Wetton, 3 from Alyssa Hampton, 2 apiece from Addison Holloway and Reese Bush rounds out the scoring for the Lady Cougars, who make 3 3-pointers in this game. And for a team on the season averaging 10.8 made free throws per game on nearly 18 attempts per game, they go just 2 for 8 at the free throw line here tonight. On the other side for Franklin-Simpson, leading the way, scoring 20 points for the 11th time this season. Tonight, hitting it right on the mark, is Allie Pennington. She makes, on the night, 6 3-pointers, 4 of them in the second half. I mentioned this when she hit number 5, but in case you missed it, the 10th time this year that she's made at least 5 3-pointers on her own this season. Those 6 makes bring her up to 94 made. I've said this on a couple of broadcasts, and I'm going to keep mentioning it until we find somebody with more. If there is a number higher from an individual in the record books on the girls' side for Franklin-Simpson, bring it forward. As long as I can go back and look at the numbers, we don't have a higher number from a Lady Cat than the 94 3-pointers that Allie Pennington has made. In fact, we don't have a higher number going back to the prior mark that I was able to find. Was still short of 70, was the highest number that I was able to track down for any Lady Cat coming into this season. It was Jasmine Savage that had for sure the highest number under head coach Ashley Taylor. Allie has breezed past that and all but assuredly etched her names in the record books at Franklin-Simpson, averaging the most points per game for any Lady Cat since Chastity Gooch averaged nearly 25 points per game back in the 2010-2011 season. Chloe Smith with 15 points, her 17th double-digit performance of the season after scoring just 6 in the first matchup between these two teams due to some early foul trouble. 9 points from Tiffany Harrigan matches the 9 that she had against Todd County Central on Tuesday. The only 2 times in her now 8 games with Franklin-Simpson that she has failed to break double figures. Lady Cats, though, move to 7-1 when Harrigan plays. And tonight we saw in full force that it's not just because of what she or what this team is able to do defensively when she's out there. It has everything to do with how good this team is defensively when she is out there, as you can make it 4 straight games that the Lady Cats have held an opponent under 40 points. And for those keeping track at home, we've hit a very important milestone. 80 times that teams have been held under 40 under head coach Ashley Taylor. 80 wins in those 80 games. 3 points for Madeline Dean in the fourth quarter were the first 3 for anyone outside of AP, Chloe, and Tiff Harrigan. And then 2 points from the free throw line from Harley Kraft and round out the scoring for the Lady Cats, who trailed 10-9 after the opening quarter, led 21-14 after the second, blew that lead up. In the third quarter, it was 35-18 heading into the final frame, and went at 49-23, making 7 3-pointers and going 8 for 9 at the free throw line. Again, the Lady Cats moved to 17-6 overall on the season, 6-0 in 13th district play. Coach Taylor now 130-33 overall, 95-20 against 4th region opponents, and 45-2 against this 13th district. Perhaps not the final time we'll see these two teams meet, though, on this floor, and the same perhaps could be said about the boys matchup that we're about to take in. The Wildcats and the Cougars facing off in another rematch of last year's district championship game at Franklin-Simpson High School that the Wildcats won as the 2 seed, trying to clinch their way into the 2-3 matchup with a win here tonight to avoid this Logan County team, who at 5-0 in district play has already locked up the top seed in the district for a second consecutive year. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll start to get you ready for that boys matchup. Somewhere along the way, Coach Ashley Taylor will probably climb up to join us in our perch 7 rows off the ground here at Logan County High School. So we'll pack in as much information as we can around it, and then we'll get you underway for the boys matchup here from Logan County High School between Franklin-Simpson and the Cougars of LC. One more time, your final score in the girls game, 49-23. Lady Cats take it here on 92.3 WFKN.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters, with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank, is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
If you're watching on Channel 9, you know exactly what just took place, because there are 2 headsets up here in our... Aaron, I wish our camera really did justice to the space that we've got up here. We've got 2 microphones shoved together in our nice little setup that Aaron's going to try to show off, as we've got about... this is what we're working with. So we had everything shoved together, and I had gone down to get our starters for the boys game. Someone might have picked up the wrong headset. I'm not going to say who. It was me. But now we've got the right one on for the radio side. I don't know if any of that made any sense to you. Just try to imagine in your brain, and whatever the kindest possibility is to make me look better in that situation is, let's go with that one because it would make me feel better about what just took place. All that being said, there's about 10.5 minutes left on the clock as we wind down to get ready for this boys matchup between the Wildcats and the Cougars of Logan County. So let's start to get you set for that as much as we possibly can. The Wildcats coming into this matchup 7-12 overall on the season, with one of those 12 losses being to these Cougars of Logan County, who come in 15-9 and riding a 5-game winning streak that started with their win over the Wildcats in double overtime. It's senior night tonight for the Cougars. Only 3 seniors that they celebrated in between games on this roster. One of them not being Davis Schweitzer, their star player, just a junior, a 6'1" guard averaging nearly 22 points per game. That's 38th in the state of Kentucky. Also leads his team with 8 rebounds per game, has 5 double-doubles on the season. Most every category outside of three-point shooting, he's their leader. 53% from the floor is their best efficiency mark. 72% at the free throw line is their best mark as well. He had 19 points after scoring just 2 in the first half in the win against Franklin-Simpson earlier this year. He scored at least 20 points 16 times so far this season. And just like Brenley Adler for the Lady Cougars, I mentioned this comparison as we were getting set for that matchup at Franklin-Simpson. They're very similar players in terms of the fact that they get to the line a lot. Schweitzer averaging 7.5 free throw attempts per game on the season. That by far leads a Logan County team that gets there 17.5 times per game. As a team, they went 16 for 27 in the first matchup between these two squads. The Wildcats got there 28 times, but only made 15. If Franklin-Simpson shot anywhere near their season mark of 64% at the free throw line, we're not talking about double overtime. We're not talking about 1 overtime. The Wildcats win that game in regulation, and we're all looking at this game much, much differently. Instead, the Wildcats trying to stay out of the 4-hole in this district at 2-3 so far in district play. They haven't had a losing record in the 13th district since the 2017-18 season, coming off their 5th district tournament title under head coach Dee Spencer last year, who is coming off of his 200th win here at Franklin-Simpson. Tuesday, though, that win against Todd County Central wasn't just a career night for Coach Spencer, as senior Cole Scherer joined the 500-point club with a career-high 19 points in that one on 7 for 9 shooting. Now joining us on the headset that was muted, and Ashley, you would have appreciated me coming up here after getting the boys starters and putting that one on and talking into it silently for 5 seconds before realizing what was going on. Coach Taylor is joining us as we look back on the girls' matchup. Coach, 10-9, Logan County led that game after 1. They scored 4 points in the second quarter, 4 points in the third quarter, 5 points in the fourth quarter. What was the adjustment that shut anything that they had going offensively down?
Man, we told them this game was not going to be one on the offensive end. This game was going to be one on the defensive end. And I kind of thought we came out a little lackadaisical. You know, these Fridays, Coach Schlosser, of us being out on game days, we need to change our school schedule. No, but for real, I thought we just kind of we talked about it before in warm-ups. We told them, like, man, you're missing some pop.
Yeah.
You're missing some pop. You know, we know our team really well. And so I just thought we were kind of missing it. So I didn't really even think it was an adjustment we made. I thought it was kind of more of an effort level. But I thought our girls responded. And that's what you want to see. You know, things aren't always going to go peachy in this. And so you got to be able to, you know, take a little punch, take a little push, and be able to push back and respond to it and not let them freak it out, you know?
This was one of those games, too, where the offense, so much of, to me, and you can correct me, so much of what went wrong early on. This is a good Logan County defensive team.
Yep.
It felt like so much of what was going wrong early was self-inflicted. Turnovers, bad pass. I mean, we start the game with the ball darted out of bounds 5 seconds in. Those are the types of things, obviously, you know, it happens on a game day. How do you try and eliminate those things from happening? Because you get the wrong team in that spot, and you might not be able to recover from it.
Man, there's a time of year you got to be clicking on all cylinders. And so what we talked about is you don't have that luxury to come out. You know, like I said, defensively, I thought we come out. Offensively was the same way. You know, we just didn't that pop about us. But, you know, as a team, those nights are going to happen. You got to go through some stuff. And that's what I told our girls, man, you've got to go through some stuff. And this team's been through so much throughout the year. You got to go through that. And, you know, staying together, being able to respond, being able to have that growth mindset is so important. And so that's what we just kind of talked about in there. Like, you got to be able to soak it in, go out there and try.
I've been waiting to do this as long as I could because Allie Pennington has a lot of good games.
Yes.
But it tickles me to death to be able to sit here and say that I want to give her a Pelican Snowballs player of the game, and it's not because she scored 20 points. It's because I thought she played her butt off on the defensive end tonight.
Man, she's so versatile.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. You know, like, she's so versatile. You know, you can have her guard the guard. We gave her a break, letting her guard, gave Chloe a break off Brindley.
Yeah.
So she took on that matchup. She's very versatile. And then our guards like Puff and Kinsey and Harley came in and really ate up the guard, so they couldn't just straight throw into the post. And so that's where, you know, I thought she defended at a very high level, but I thought our guard stepped it up another notch when we put her there so that we knew that she would want to take her to the post, and she couldn't. You know, she had to pop out and help her guards out. So I thought that between Puff and Kinsey and Harley, I thought they did a really good job ball pressuring the ball later in the game.
Another game with Reese in there in the starting lineup. Boy, she just flies around and causes chaos.
Man, she really does little things that you don't show up every night in the stat sheet. And that's what I told her, man. Like, if you pull stats, you're like, okay, I don't know. But she does all of the little things. And she's getting better and better. This is a kid that didn't play high school basketball yet.
Yeah.
You know, this is a senior that has never played high school basketball.
Yeah.
And so there's so much learning in it, but she's giving you, and she's getting better and better and better. And just the small things that you notice, because you watch a lot of basketball that maybe not everybody does. I told her in there, I said, I'm so proud of you. Because a game like this early on in the year would have shut her down.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I thought she, you know, she fell down a couple times, got hands on ball. She's constantly getting deflections. And that just disrupts your rhythm on offense, man. That's something I yell at my girls about. Like, obviously, we threw that floater pass over here. Like, those deflections really throw off other people's.
Well, I had mentioned it. I'd said it feels weird to say this about a player 70% of the way through the season, but she's nowhere near as good as she's going to be by the time the district or region tournaments get here.
Man, all of them, man, they just, that growth mindset, they keep getting better and better and better, and letting the adjustments take place and responding to them, going out and trying to do it again. And so I'm really proud of them.
I know you got to be excited to have a decently normal week next week. Hopefully everything stays as
No, we're out of school Monday.
Well, yeah, that's true. So you got to play a game on another day where you're out of school.
Yeah, yep.
So forget
Happy President's Day.
Yeah, forget. Thank you to all the presidents for that. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out the presidents. We love the presidents.
Shout out to them, all of them.
But that being said, you get a good Bowling Green team. It's good to have that game that's still going to take place. Two more as you kind of get back into some kind of shape of trying to play consistent basketball heading into the district tournament. What do you think, before I let you go, is the biggest thing that your team needs to focus on before you're back in this gym in about a week and a half's time for the district tournament?
I think defending is where our bread and butter is, because I think it controls of what we're going to do offensively. You know, I think our defense is what lets us get out in transition compared to the balance of half-court offense. You want to be a team that can do both.
Yeah.
And so I think that is our bread and butter, is our defending. We got to be able to defend at a high level and get people stopped. And then when we can't get out in transition, execution. Yeah. We got to be able to execute with pop. We're still kind of second-guessing some of our reads. We're second-guessing some of our next. What happens next? What happens when 1, 2, and 3? So 4, 5, and 6, we're kind of second-guessing those. And I think that we just got to get in that rhythm for it.
Well, we'll be back here soon enough, but before then, we're going to Bowling Green for a girls-only matchup. That'll be a fun one. And before then, you know your job. This is for Allie. You've been killing it so far.
I'm the best picture. I had Chloe ready to talk to you, but we ran out of time. I'll tell her.
Yeah, we talked for too long. You can blame me. You don't have to take the blame for it.
It's all right. She probably knows.
Yeah,
she looks real worried about it.
Yeah, she seems very concerned. Coach, appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
That's Coach Taylor joining us on our post-game show as we wrap things up on the Lady Cat side. And as we said, we'll send it over to the boys side with a rapid start to this one. So let's get to know this Logan County team a bit better by meeting their starting five. We've mentioned one of their best players in the form of leading scorer Davis Schweitzer, averaging on the season over 20 points per game. There's really only one change to their starting lineup because of senior night, and that's because they've only got 3 seniors in total. The one being inserted to the starting lineup that normally wouldn't be is Damani Goodlow, a 5'11 senior wearing number 1, averaging 3.5 points per game on the season. He's taking the spot of 6-foot freshman Joseph McTire. We will have a lot to say about him the first time that he checks into the game here tonight. Joining Schweitzer and Goodlow in the backcourt is 5'10 senior Jackson Titchener. Titchener, their best volume shooter from outside. He's made 43 pointers this season, but went just 1 for 7 in their double overtime win against Franklin-Simpson. The forwards are 6'1 senior Jeremiah Washington, number 0, averaging 8 points and 4 rebounds per game on the season, and 6'2 junior number 55 Malik Ford. He's averaging nearly 9 points and 5 rebounds per game on the year, had 8 and 4 against the Wildcats. Logan County 15-9 on the year under 4th-year head coach Josh Frick, who is 59-59 in his career here at Logan County. He went 0-7 in this district in his opening year, including the district tournament loss, 16-12 against district foes since then, and has won this district in the regular season in back-to-back years. For Franklin-Simpson, 7-12 overall on the year. Coach D. Spencer, 201-79 overall. He's 75-33 against this 13th district in his career as the head coach of the Wildcats. It's the same starting lineup that we've gotten used to for the Cats. The backcourt, 6'4 junior number 0 Jameer Brooks, averaging 9 points and a team high 4.9 rebounds per game. 6-foot senior Ja'Kai Partinger, the leading scorer for the Cats, at nearly 15 points per game on the year. He had 16 points in Tuesday's win over Todd County Central. And then number 23, a junior, Brody McAllister. Brody coming off of what his dad described to me and was correct as his worst game of the year Tuesday against Todd County. A season low 2 points, just 1 for 6 from the floor that game against Todd County Central, but had one of his best games of the year the first time these two teams faced off, scoring 18 points with 8 rebounds against the Cougars of Logan County. He averages 11.5 points per game and 4.8 rebounds per game on the season. In the front court, 6'2 senior number 24, Cole Scherer, coming off a career night against Todd County Central. His 6th straight game in double figures. He puts up a career-high 19 points on 7 for 9 shooting, 4 for 4 shooting at the free throw line. He had 10 points in the first matchup between these two teams and is up to 11 points per game now on the season. And rounding out the starting 5, what may be the most key player for Franklin-Simpson in this game, 6'3 sophomore Donovan Dudley. He's averaging 10 points and 6 rebounds per game over his last 3. Had 9 points and 9 boards against Todd County Central on Tuesday. Only had 2 points against Logan County the first time around because he got into foul trouble. Both teams were riddled with foul trouble. Multiple players fouling out on both sides, as again, both teams took a combined 55 free throws. The Wildcats going just 15 for 28 at the stripe. The Cougars going 16 for 27 in a double overtime win. The Wildcats are trying to get back here on senior night at Logan County, as the Cats are on the floor in their base black uniforms, blue numbers and writing outlined in white with blue checkerboard down the side. Logan County in the base white uniforms with that navy blue written across the front and in the script for the numbers on the back, with a bit of speckled blue and white on that base navy striped down the side. Ja'Kai Partinger will go up against Damani Goodlow for the tip. Wildcats averaging 57 points per game, giving up 60. The Cougars score 65 per game, allowing 59 on the season. Goodlow wins the tip for Logan County, and we're underway as Schweitzer will walk it across and the Cougars have the opening possession. Partinger guarding him near half court. Schweitzer shields off, now goes on the right side to Ford. Spins off of Scherer, gets to the block. Cole seals off, but bullying through and scoring is Malik Ford to give Logan County a 2-0 lead. Cougars apply full court pressure. Scherer has it on the left wing, now to Partinger. Up top to McAllister, Goodlow on him. Ja'Kai holding it on the left wing. To Dudley at the elbow, back to Kai. Wide open left wing three. Missed it long, but Brooks chases down the offensive board at the top of the key. Drives in, wild layup, no good. Wanted contact, no call. Schweitzer will bring it across. Gets around Partinger, straight to the rack. Now kicks it out right corner. Tichenor for three. Rattles off, no. Scherer pulls it down for the Cats. Off to Partinger, and he'll bring it up for Franklin-Simpson. Now kicks it over to McAllister. Guarded by Tichenor with a behind-the-back dribble, gets into the front court. To Brooks, driving left side. Runner, bank dump it in. Would love to see Jameer get going. Just 11 for 39 from the floor his last 6 games since missing with the flu. Schweitzer misses a layup on the right side. Here comes Brooks the other way. Jameer gets a screen from Dudley. Pulls from the left elbow. Missed it long. And pulled down by Washington. He averages 8 points and 4 rebounds per game on the year. Had 5 points, but shot just 2 for 10 against Franklin-Simpson. Schweitzer left wing takes steps as he thought about a three, then tried to drive, but dragged the feet, and the Cats get it back. Tied up at 2 with 6:24 left to go in this opening quarter. Logan County scoring 70 points per game in their wins, giving up just 54. Brooks has it on the left side. Now goes up top to Dudley. Hand off to Scherer. Now back to Partinger up top, guarded by Goodlow. Crosses over, gets inside, stops at the last moment, tries to pass it to McAllister. He wasn't ready, lost it off his hand, and it goes back to Logan County. Washington will bring it into the front court, now into the corner, Goodlow. Back to Washington right side, drives against Partinger all the way to the left block, scores it against Dudley. Acrobatic move and finish from Jeremiah Washington. Right side, Brooks has it poked away in the corner. It'll stay with FS on the baseline with 5:39 left to go in the opening frame. McAllister to inbound. Into Partinger in the right corner, back to Brody, pulls from 8 feet and hits. Again, Brody was not ready for it, but got both feet inbounds at the last moment and then pulled up and hit the jumper. So he's already matched his total from Tuesday night, and we're tied up at 4. 5:20 left to go in the first. Down low, Schweitzer kicks it out into the corner. Tichenor this time looks to drive. Cut off by Scherer, back outside to Ford. Gets around Dudley, sends it out to Goodlow. Washington gets around Brooks to Goodlow. Partinger picks up. Fadeaway runner misses for Goodlow. Rebounded by Jameer, and he'll operate for the Cats. Schweitzer comes to pick him up across half court. Here comes Partinger. Holds to that midcourt LC logo. Under 5 minutes left to go now in the first quarter. Dudley on the left wing. Needs somebody to come and get it. Finally, Jakai does. Partinger, nice between the legs dribble. Gets all the way to the block, and he's fouled as Goodlow tripped up and just barreled into him. They're going to say it's on the floor. It was right before Jakai went up with a layup. And now Joseph McTire will check in for Damani Goodlow, a usually starter, the 6-foot freshman averaging 7 points per game. Put up 16 and then season high against Franklin-Simpson. Then put up 20 at Todd County Central in their win over the Rebels. He's been in double figures 4 of the last 5, starting with that Franklin-Simpson game, averaging 12 points per game at 55% shooting over that stretch. Here comes Brooks, fires it over to Dudley, deep right side, 2-point jumper misses long. Ford had the rebound, but lost it, and McAllister has it. Partinger in the right corner, now wraps it over to Brooks on the left side. Catch and shoot 3, missed short. Rebound batted around, and Tichenor down with it for Logan County. Jameer hasn't been shy so far, just one going in. Here comes all the way to the rack, McTire scooping and scoring. Picks up right where he's left off on this recent stretch. And Logan County takes back the lead 6-4 with 4 minutes left to go in the first. Brooks deep on the left wing, guarded by McTire. Gets a screen from Dudley, hesitates on the elbow, now sends it outside to McAllister. Guarded by Tichenor. Shovels it to Scherer at the elbow, bobbles it but gets it back, now gives it off to Partinger. Kai steps behind a screen, now shovels it off to McAllister in the corner, drives baseline. Was tied up for a moment by Schweitzer, but saves it to Partinger, gets it right back, shoots from 8, and hits from the same spot he hit the last one. We're tied up at 6. Here comes McTire, left side all the way to the rack, left that one short, rebound knocked out, last touched by Partinger, who was contesting Schweitzer for it. Hampton and Brewer check in for the Cats, Brooks and Dudley out. Tichenor comes out For Logan County, Elijah Sells, the 5'5 junior, averaging 1.5 points come in. This is the 5th game of the year for Zay Hampton, averaging 5.5 points over the last 4, coming off of a career-high 11 against Todd County Central. Tied his career high with 8 in the first matchup between these two teams. Brewer averaging 2.5 points, 2.5 rebounds. Ball goes into the right corner to Sells. Now back outside to McTire. To Schweitzer on the left wing. He can let it fly from outside. A 36% shooter from deep. McTire pulls it out to the top of the key. Hampton now guarding him. Outside Washington drives, kicks. Faking the 3 is Ford. Now he'll fire with a mid-range jumper left short. Partinger had the rebound, lost it, and they'll say that was last touched by him as Sells came in to force the issue on the baseline. Braden Little will come in for the first time for Logan County, a 6'2 junior, averaging 2.5 points per game. He's their most efficient shooter from outside at 43%. As Schweitzer gets the inbound on the left wing, drives against Hampton. Nice behind-the-back dribble, lost it on the way up on the right block, though. They'll say it was tipped by McAllister, and again, we'll stay on the baseline with Logan County. 2:49 now left in the first. Somebody's got to come inbound it, and finally Sells will be the one to do so after the official motion that nobody was there. Sells looking, finally gets it into Malik Ford in the corner. Now it goes outside to Schweitzer. Hampton taking that matchup. Franklin-Simpson right now in a man-to-man defense. Ford trying to get positioning against Breward, can't. Now Schweitzer drives against Hampton, spins, 3 Cats in the area. Wildcats wanted to walk, they don't get it. Now it goes outside to Ford, driving in, leaves it off for Schweitzer. Nice find, and Schweitzer scores it for his first basket on the right block. 8-6 Logan County, just like the girls' game, back and forth early on. McAllister fires it over on the left wing to Partinger. Jakai drives, hesitates, fakes a spin right, comes back left and swishes home the mid-range J. Little half spin right to the full spin left. Kai gets on the board and we're tied up at 8. 2 minutes left to go in the first. Ford fighting for positioning against Breward at the free throw line. Instead it goes on the right wing to Little. Guarded by Scherer to McTire. Left wing Schweitzer gets it. Hampton still taking that matchup. Outside Sells. They go back outside McTire and they'll reset at half court with 1:45 left to go in the quarter. McTire gets around Partinger, kicks it out. Sells wide open for 3. Missed it off to the right, but he charges in to get his own rebound and then saves it to Braden Little. Sells just flies around the floor. McTire beats McAllister off the dribble, takes the contact midair from Hampton, scores the bucket, and 1. What a job by McTire to contort midair and find a way, not just to get that to go. I'm not sure how he got it to hit the rim. So it'll be 1 free throw for McTire, a chance for the 3-point play. As Brooks comes back in, Hampton out with 1:28 left to go in the quarter. McTire makes the free throw as well. He's got 5 points of their 11, and it's a 3-point lead for the Cougars. Left side, Brooks has it. Drives, Euro, scores it right in the face of Braden Little. 4 points already for Jameer. Great to see early on. Cats trail it by 1 with 1:08 left to go in the first frame. McTire behind the back dribble, gets to the left block again, scores again. McTire already with 7. 13-10 Logan County. Brooks spins away from a double team at half court, then he's hit in the face by McTire. They're going to call that one his first. He's been in double figures 8 times this season. 4 have come in the last 5 games, including that Franklin-Simpson win. Cooper Stout will check in for the first time for the Wildcats, making his 18th appearance of the season. It goes into the backcourt to Partinger, who will bring it across. Cats trailing at 13-10, 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Stout gets it on the left wing, but before he can, a foul called on the far side against Logan County again. So the Cats have a baseline inbound with 39 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Former FS Wildcat Tanner Clark and his team bring you the best in accounting and tax services, as well as payroll and bookkeeping. Tanner invites you to pay him a visit at 927 Brookhaven Road or call 270-586-9899. Find out more at clarkcpagroup.net. They move it to a sideline inbound, and the catch just going to the backcourt to Partinger, who brings it across against Tichenor back in for Logan County. Being pressured left side, gets to the baseline, fakes, now kicks it out to Brewer. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Brooks, guarded by Schweitzer, fakes, jabs left a couple of times, crosses left, gets all the way to the rack, missed it long, rebound batted around, and a foul is going to be called on Stout, trying to contest it against Washington from behind with 14 seconds left to go in the quarter. Was a great job by Jameer to get to the rim, just couldn't convert it. Hampton will come in for Partinger defensively with 14 seconds left. Logan County to go the length of the floor, leading it by 3. Schweitzer will be the one to bring it up. Hampton waiting for him in half court. Sends it into the corner to Washington. 7 seconds left now outside Tichenor. At the free throw line, Little leaves it off, but it's dropped on the baseline with 1.5 seconds left to go in the quarter. Out of bounds to the Cats, who have time for a heave here. They just get it into Brooks. He'll take a couple dribbles, fire one up. It hits the rafters, hanging down from the ceiling, and that will bring the opening quarter to a close. Back and forth affair so far. It's Logan County with the edge after one, 13-10. You're on 92.3 WFKN. Well, let's do a minute.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
Back with you here at Logan County High School after one. The Wildcats trail Logan County 13-10. Franklin-Simpson will get the first possession of the quarter. Jameer Brooks and Brody McAllister leading FS with 4. Joseph McTire already 7 for Logan County. As Hooper Stout has it up top for the Wildcats. Sends it over on the right side. Now finally hands it off to Partinger. Spins at the left elbow. Pulls from 8 feet. That one rattles off. Stout fighting for it, but pulled down by Ford, and here comes Logan County. They flip it up ahead. Washington in transition, blocked at the rim by Brewer, but a foul call comes in. 2 free throws upcoming for Jeremiah Washington. Just 1 total free throw taken in this one so far. That was by Logan County. After these two teams took 25 in the double overtime affair at Franklin-Simpson. Washington, a 56% free throw shooter on the season, misses the first of these 2 long. No 3-pointers made so far for either team after last year in this gym. Both teams made 9 3-pointers. And what was a dominant 30-point win for the Cougars before the Wildcats would flip the script and knocked off Logan County in the district championship game. Second free throw misses, but Schweitzer gets the rebound and saves the possession for Logan County, and he now holds it at midcourt. Drives, wraps around the free throw line, but a blocking foul going to be called against Dudley, who stepped up and made contact. That's his first. Cats have to keep him out of foul trouble, as he scored just 2 points in that January matchup between these two teams. Schweitzer gets the inbound and off the catch midair, puts it up and in the middle of 3 defenders to make it 15-10 Logan County. He's got 4. Hampton into the front court, cross court to Partinger. Catch and shoot 3 from the right wing. That one misses long. Schweitzer gets the rebound on the baseline. Brings it front court against Hampton, who knocks it away. Zay has it in transition. All the way to the rack. Can't finish around Schweitzer. Stout's put back no good. Partinger's try misses as well, but he's fouled midair. 2 free throws on the way for Ja'Kai Partinger. They get the foul against Tichenor, his first. Jameer Brooks will check back in for the Wildcats. McTire will come back in for Logan County. First free throw falls for Kai. He's now got 3 points. A 70% free throw shooter on the season as Stout comes out for Brooks. Second free throw falls for Portinger. Jameer guarding Schweitzer, tips his pass in the backcourt. Hampton fighting for it, but going to be called for a foul, reaching over McTire to try and get it. And that's his second, so Zay will have to come out with 2 fouls as Cole Scherer comes back in. Starting 5 on the floor now for the Cats with Dudley, Scherer, McAllister, Portinger, and Brooks. Little 2-2-1 full court pressure set up right now by the Wildcats. Logan County breaks it into the front court until Goodlow loses it. Portinger fighting for it, deflects another pass, keeps it on the sideline. Up ahead, Brooks all the way to the rim, misses the layup long against McTire. Logan County has it back, leading by 3. Tries to pass it into the corner, and it's knocked out of bounds by Scherer. 15-12, 6:25 left to go before halftime. Those missed layups continue to plague the Wildcats. McTire to inbound. Quickly comes into Schweitzer. Deep left wing 3. Got it over Portinger. 7 points now for Schweitzer. 18-12, the Logan County lead off the first 3 of the game for either team. McAllister brings it front court. Floats it over to Scherer in the corner. Goes right back to Brody on the block. Wraps around forward and scores it. 6 points now for McAllister. Lead back down to 4. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Schweitzer goes to Titchener on the left sideline, nearly lost it, then goes back to Schweitzer, and he's fouled on a layup try. If they get it on Dudley, it's his second. They get it on Brody, so that's his first, but with 5:54 left in the second quarter, Logan County already in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. As Schweitzer, who went 6 for 10 at the free throw line in the first game against Franklin-Simpson, has 2 free throws here and misses the first one long. 18-14 is the Logan County lead. Sells and Washington come back in for Logan County. Goodlow and Titchener out. Schweitzer, a 72% free throw shooter on the year. Top mark for Logan County. Makes the second. Cougars now 1 for 4 at the line in this second quarter and lead 19-14. 5:54 left to go. Brooks crosses to get around from Schweitzer. Now goes to McAllister on the right side. Beats his man off the dribble. Leaves it at the last moment. What a pocket pass to Scherer, who drops it in for 2. Great look from McAllister, who wrapped it around the body of the defender and cuts the lead back down to 3. Pass deflected by Brody. Brooks up with it. Jameer to Cole at half court. Scherer drives, kicks it out McAllister. One more Brooks. Fakes the right wing 3. Now settles down and pulls it back outside. Gets a screen from Dudley. Driving left, hops inside, lost it on the drive. And it goes back to Logan County. Looked like he was going to have a wide open layup, but lost control. A Cougar might have gotten a hand in the cookie jar there, and Jameer was unable to recover. That's just missing opportunities to close that gap, and here comes Logan County. Sells on the right side, hops through. He walked. They didn't call it. Ford's layup blocked from behind by Brooks, but they call a foul against Jameer in the process. 2 more free throws on the way for Logan County. This time it'll be Malik Ford after the first foul called on Brooks. 5th of the quarter now against FS. Ford, a 61% free throw shooter on the season. And he makes the first of these 2, already the 5th and 6th free throw attempts of the second quarter for Logan County with 5:10 left to go in the quarter. First one makes it 20-16 Cougars. And it remains that way as the second one misses. Dudley up with the board for FS. Portinger looks into the pressure, gives it over to McAllister, then gets it right back on the left wing of the front court. Tries to go back to Brody, and it's picked off. Went right to Elijah Sells. He sprints past everybody in transition. Layup misses long. Brooks had the rebound, lost it, and this time they say that he's fouled. If it's on McTire, it's his second. It is. That's the only foul trouble for Logan County. So the freshman goes out with 2 fouls after scoring 7 points in the first quarter. With 4:52 left before halftime, Cats get it back, still down by just 4, 20-16. Brooks has it on the right wing. Logan County applying their own full court pressure. Cats have broken it well, just haven't been able to finish at the rim. Parninger pulls up from the free throw line, extended, and hits. Off the back iron and down. Jakai now with 6. Matches Brody for the team high, and the Cats only trail by 2, 20-18. Right side Schweitzer all the way to the rack. Dudley defends it straight up and gets the rebound off the miss as well. Let's get a bucket. 4:15 left to go in the quarter. Pardinger walks it up. Nobody picks him up on the right wing. Missed the three-pointer long. Rebounded on the block by Washington. He brings it up himself. Jeremiah Washington flips it up with a 10-foot runner, and it's good. 4 points now for Washington. Quick timeout taken by Logan County with 4:02 left to go before halftime. They lead at 22-18. Pardinger had an open look from 3 to give Franklin-Simpson the lead. It missed long. Washington got the rebound. Nobody ever picked him up as he brought it into the front court, and his floater fell through. Pardinger has missed a couple from outside tonight. Had shot 16 for 40. That's 40% from 3 over his last 6 games coming into this one, but struggled mightily from the field against this Logan County team back in January. Had 15 points, but went just 4 for 18 from the field. Shooting only 34% from the floor this year, shot 38% last year as a junior. Leads the Wildcats with nearly 15 points per game, but more often than not, their offensive success hinges more on his efficiency than his volume. Was very efficient with 16 points against Todd County Central on Tuesday, as the Wildcats scored over 70 points for the first time since December 8th when they scored their season-high 77 against Warren East. Out of the timeout, McAllister drives inside. He stops and pops from 8 feet and scores. Brody's got 8 after he only had 2 on Tuesday. It's a 2-point game. Pardinger pressures Schweitzer in the corner. He lost it, last touched by Schweitzer off the inbound, and the Cats get it back, down by 2. Washington comes out. Now Goodlow, Titchener, Braden Little, Davis Schweitzer, and Silas Bernier in there for Logan County. Bernier had only appeared in 4 games and scored 5 points coming into the Franklin-Simpson game, and then scored a career-high 6 in that one to keep Logan County in it in a first half where all of their other big men were in foul trouble. Pardinger right elbow jumper off the catch. Perfect! He's got 8, and we're tied up at 22. 3:22 left to go before halftime. Goodlow to Titchener, fakes the right corner 3, now sends it outside to Schweitzer. Leaves it off at the last moment for Goodlow on the block, who scores. Great drive and dish from Schweitzer. Goodlow gets his first bucket on senior night, and it's 24-22 Logan County. 3 minutes left to go before the halftime break. Brody crosses over to get away from Goodlow. Fakes a left wing 3 off to Scher at the free throw line. Tries a left elbow jumper. It's blocked. Got his own rebound and then banked it in from 4 feet out. Cole's got 4. That core 4 of Brooks, Scher, Pardinger, McAllister with all 24 for FS. We're tied up at 24 apiece. Pass deflected out of bounds on the far side. We'll keep it with the Cougars with 2:42 left to go in the second quarter. Sells checks back in for Logan County. J.C. Roby comes in for the Wildcats. He had a career-high 5 points. Hit a triple in that win against Todd County Central on Tuesday. If you're watching on the stream, wearing 32 tonight for FS. Goodlow sends it left side to Schweitzer. Drives, cross-court, Titchener wide open for 3. Rattles off, no. Pardinger skies to get the board. Cats can take the lead here with 2.5 minutes left to go in the half. Kai guarded by Sells as he brings it front court. Dribbles right, gives it off to Scherer, top of the key. Cole, huge height mismatch against Titchener. Trying to get past him but can't. Goes up top to Kai, beats his man, pulls from the right elbow all the way around and out. Rebounded by Goodlow. Off to Schweitzer. Cougars want to run into the left corner. Titchener tries again. That one rattles off as well. Bernier with the rebound, and he's fouled down low on the putback try. The big 6'2 sophomore Silas Bernier, who has continued to play well since that breakout game against Franklin-Simpson. Now up to 18 points on the season in 9 appearances, has played every game since that FS game after only having played in 4 coming into that one, including that game. 14 points in his last 5 appearances after scoring 5 in his first 4. And he's got 1 here tonight as the first free throw falls. Second one good as well. Of his 20 total points on the season, 14 have come at the free throw line, where he's 14 for 17. He comes out after those 2 makes and gives the Cougars a 26-24 lead with exactly 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Brewer in for FS. He gets the inbound, then sends it right back to McAllister, who walks it into the front court, guarded by Schweitzer. Left side to Roby. Holds it on the wing, goes up top to Partinger. Jakai guarded by Sells, gets a screen from Roby. Now a second one comes in from Sharon. Nice behind the back dribble. Gets all the way inside. Scoop layup, good! A little razzle, a little dazzle, and a couple of points to pay it off for Jakai Partinger. He's got 8 in the quarter, 10 for the game. We're tied at 26. Washington drives right side, outside to Sells. Now Ford on the right elbow, gives it back outside with 1:20 left to go before halftime. Sells, drives, kicks, good low left corner. Nice closeout from Brewer. And then he throws it away, trying to go to Schweitzer on the left wing. Thought that Schweitzer was going to move towards him. Instead, Schweitzer stayed put, and it was thrown out of bounds. Great pressure there by Caden Brewer. Brody inbounds it to JC, gets it right back with 1:10 left to go before halftime. Can the Cats take the lead? Trailed it 13-10 after 1. They've outscored Logan County by the same score here in the second. Roby left side, thought about a triple. Now puts it on the floor, picks up his dribble, leaves it off for McAllister left baseline. Back outside Roby, this time fires. Left it short, McAllister with a rebound. Left elbow jumper, long. Rebounded by Brewer, and he's fouled on the putback try. Two free throws on the way for 6'3" junior Caden Brewer. Averaging 2.5 points, 2.7 rebounds per game on the season. Has seen his minutes really fluctuate over the course of the season. As he fires up the first free throw, misses it long. Brooks and Kaysen Hemshoot check in for the Wildcats. Sharon Partinger out. First time we've seen him shoot tonight, averaging just over a point and a rebound per game on the season. Does a lot of the intangibles, a really hard screen setter, sets him like the linebacker that he is. With 49 seconds left to go before halftime. Brewer misses the second. McAllister with an offensive rebound, bullies his way to the right block, and scores to give Franklin-Simpson the lead. 28-26, 40 seconds left to go before the half. Washington passes to Schweitzer up top. Slices through the defense, kicks it out at the last moment. Right side three-pointer on the way. That one missed long. Goes out of bounds as Roby sealed everybody off. And it goes back to Franklin-Simpson with 28 seconds left to go before halftime. Partinger comes back in. Brewer and him shoot out. Cole Scherer checked back in as well. And Partinger will bring it across with 25 seconds left to go. Off to McAllister, guarded by Christian Hale, the 5'10" junior in for the first time for Logan County. Gets all the way to the rack, missed the layup short. Roby comes up to try and take it away. Can't. Tishner has it with 13 seconds left in the quarter. Out to Washington for 3. Rattles off, no. Rebound tip. Brooks has it. Cats have 8 seconds. Jameer checks the clock. Double team comes. Shovels it off to Partinger. 4 seconds. 3. Partinger just fires one up wildly, misses long, and that will bring the quarter and the half to a close, but not before Franklin-Simpson erases a 3-point first quarter deficit and turns it into a 2-point halftime lead. 28-26, the Wildcats lead it at the break here from Logan County High School. We'll take a look at all the numbers from the opening half right after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Cougar fans, we'd like to recognize our...
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
28-26 is the Franklin-Simpson halftime lead here at Logan County High School. The Wildcats looking to lock up the second seed, or at least one of the second and third seeds in the 13th district tournament. Most importantly, lock yourself out of that 4 seed for a game that would be played against the top-seeded Logan County Cougars. Even if you beat the Cougars here tonight, I doubt you want to go back-to-back matchups with them here on this floor. In less than a week and a half time, we'll get the 13th district tournament underway here at Logan County High School. Wildcats looking to repeat as tournament champs after winning their 5th district championship last year, beating the Logan County Cougars at Franklin-Simpson High School after the Cougars, just like this year, came in as the #1 seed in the tournament. Right now, the Cats lead at 28-26 at the break. Tyler Eaton, happy to be with you. Whether you're joining us on any of our ways to listen to the radio, if you're watching alongside us on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9, if you are, let us know where you're tuned in from, whether you're watching along, whether you're listening along. You can shoot us a message on our Facebook page. You can comment on the YouTube stream to let us know. We appreciate it. We know there are people that tune in from all sorts of places. I remember back in the day, me and Brian Talley would just sit there. We would go through everybody that would say where they're listening from, where they're checking in from. Sometimes you'd get one out of the country, and you'd really raise an eyebrow at what it is. But a lot of Wildcat Nation tune in to support the Wildcats and the Lady Cats, and we certainly most always appreciate that. Taking a look at the numbers from this opening half, 8 points leads the way for Logan County from Davis Schweitzer, their leading scorer on the season, at nearly 22 points per game. He had 19 in the first matchup between these two teams, all but 2 of them coming in the second half and overtime. 7 points from Joseph McTire, the 6-foot freshman who broke out for a then career-high 16 points against Franklin-Simpson. Eclipsed that just a couple games later against Todd County Central with 20. Scored 7 in the first quarter, then got into foul trouble in this one. We'll see if the Wildcats can continue to frustrate him in the second half. Him heading to the bench is what turned this game for the Wildcats and allowed them to take this 2-point lead into halftime. 4 points for Jeremiah Washington, 3 for Malik Ford, 2 apiece for Damani Kudlow and Silas Bernier round out the scoring for Logan County. The Cougars just 1 3-pointer made so far after going 2 for 20 in the first matchup between these two teams. I said the Wildcats probably couldn't bank on that continuing. So far I've been wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong in that regard. Just 3 for 7 at the free throw line, though, after going 16 for 27 in the first matchup between these two teams. The Cougars making nearly 11 free throws per game on the year. For Franklin-Simpson, all 28 points from their core 4. 10 points apiece from Ja'Kai Partinger and Brody McAllister. Great to see Brody back in double figures after scoring a season-low 2 points against Todd County Central on Tuesday. For him, it's the 14th time he's been in double figures this year. For Ja'Kai Partinger, it continues his streak of all but 1 game this year that he's been in double figures, and the exception was a 9-point performance against South Warren. 4 points apiece from Cole Scherer and Jameer Brooks rounds out the scoring for the Wildcats. Caden Brewer missed a couple of free throws. The Wildcats 2 for 4 at the free throw line, and they haven't made a 3. That's remarkable because if you go back the last 2 years, the Wildcats have made at least 5 threes or 10 free throws, one of the two, in every win the last 2 seasons. In fact, the only time this year they've hit both those marks and lost was the double overtime game against Logan County back in December. They are not on pace to hit either of those marks up to this point in tonight's game, and yet a 28-26 lead at the halftime break here at Logan County High School. We've got about 4 minutes left to go before we get to the second half of action. So while we have a moment, in case you missed it, the Lady Cats won our opening game 49-23, moving to 17-6 on the season and finishing off a perfect 6-0 13th district slate for the 5th time in 6 years under head coach Ashley Taylor. Our Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game was Allie Pennington with 20 points, 6 3-pointers, and it really had less to do with all of that and more to do with what she was able to do defensively. Was on Brindley Adler for a lot of the night. The 5'8" sophomore forward for Logan County, averaging around 17 points per game, was held to just 10 points in this one. The Lady Cougars as a team, just 23 points scored. This is the Logan County team that, coming into this game against Franklin-Simpson, their season low was 32 against Metcalfe County. 4 straight games now the Lady Cats have held their opponents under 40, back-to-back games within district play, going back to Tuesday against Todd County and tonight against Logan County. They've held their opponents under 30. The defense rounding into form. Still some work to do on the offensive end, but the Lady Cats will be the top seed in the girls district tournament as we'll get things underway here, not next Monday night, but the following Monday night, as the 13th district tournaments get underway from Logan County High School. The Wildcats trying to lock up their spot in the 2-3 matchup. Lady Cats took care of business to start the night and spoil senior night here at Logan County, although they didn't spoil much for the Lady Cougars, who don't have a single senior on their roster. But the Wildcats trying to play spoiler here tonight, especially after Logan County came in and played spoiler for our boys on homecoming, leading it 28-26 at halftime. The second half comes your way right after this on 92.3 WFKN. All right, let's do 2 minutes.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank, is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Getting ready to start the second half here at Logan County High School. 28-26, the Wildcats leading the Cougars here in the 13th district finale. Head coach Dee Spencer trying to move to 26-11 for his career against the Cougars. He's won 11 of his last 13 matchups against this Logan County team. As we get the second half underway, Cougars have it first. McTire back in there with his 2 fouls. He has it ripped away by Jameer Brooks. He then has it knocked away by Jeremiah Washington. And the Cats will keep it on the baseline as Washington couldn't save it. Hot start to this second half as the Cats have possession, up by 2. McTire in there with 7 points. Didn't start because of senior night. But he scored all 7 in the first quarter, then picked up a couple of fouls. We'll see if the Cats try to attack him early in this quarter. McAllister comes to get it from Brooks off the inbound. Now holds it at the midcourt logo. Over to Scherer on the left wing. 4 points so far. He's been in double figures 6 straight games coming into tonight. He gets it back in the corner. Goes down low. Dudley working against Ford. Fakes left. Spins back. Fade away. Jumper good! Falling away from 6 feet. Donovan Dudley makes it a 4-point game. If I sound like I'm shocked, it's because I am. Here comes Malik Ford. Dudley forces him to miss on the block. Schweitzer's put back no good. Scherer clears. Here comes Partinger with a 4-point lead a minute into the third quarter. Jakai guarded by Titchener. Crosses, lost control. Now hands it off to Brooks. Scherer comes to get it, but instead Jameer holds on. Dudley comes to set a screen on Schweitzer. Jameer fakes at the free throw line, kicks it out. Brody on the right wing, steps back against McTire, now kicks to Brooks. Jameer fires for 3, missed from the top of the key, pulled down by Washington. Off to McTire, now left side. Schweitzer drives into Brooks. Jameer tries to block it, but slaps the wrist. And it's 2 free throws for Davis Schweitzer, who probably most frustratingly for a defender will be the one to initiate that contact. He kind of lowers the shoulder and rubs on the drive. Not enough to get an offensive foul call, but just enough to force you to want to give some of that contact back. As he makes the first of these 2 free throws, he's now 2 for 3 tonight. Logan County 4 for 8 as a team. 30-27 is the FS lead right now. With 6:30 left to go in the third quarter, make it 30-28. Both free throws good for Schweitzer. He's into double figures with 10. Appreciate TT watching from Chicago today. As Jakai Partinger's runner is good from just inside the right elbow. Jakai up to 12 points. Down low, the answer immediately comes from Logan County. Titchener breaks loose. His first bucket of the night makes it 32-30. Right side, Brooks now sends it over to Partinger in the left corner. Jakai steps into a mid-range J. That one's short. Rebound in the corner, batted by McTire into the body of Partinger and out of bounds. 5:50 left to go in the third. Wildcats leading it 32-30 here at Logan County High. Schweitzer into the front court, wraps around everyone, now lands on the left wing guarded by Brooks. Cats have moved to their 1-3-1 defensively. McTire pivots around everybody, misses trying to maneuver around McAllister. Partinger up with it to Brody, who saves it with a tip on the baseline. Cole's finish no good. Jameer's putback misses as well. Here comes Schweitzer all the way to the rack, fouled by Dudley. 2 more free throws on the way for Davis Schweitzer.
Foul on number 34,
Second foul on Dudley. 10th and 11th free throws of the game for Logan County upcoming. 5th and 6th for Schweitzer, who takes 7.5 per game, misses the first of these 2. Takes his dribbles, now fires up the second, misses this one long, but the rebound goes over the head of Scherer, back out to Schweitzer. Second time the Cats have given up a rebound after 2 missed free throws. Washington drives, blocking foul called on Scherer, sliding in to try and draw a charge. Wasn't quite set. That's his first. 2 more free throws for Logan County. They will have already taken 6 in less than 3 minutes of this third quarter. This time from Jeremiah Washington, who missed the 2 that they got the offensive rebound off of in the second quarter. This time makes the first of these 2. Sells comes back in for Logan County. Titchener out. Elijah Sells, a 5'5 junior, scoreless so far, but he's the one that had that offensive rebound. He's had a couple on the offensive boards. Second one falls for Washington, and we're tied up at 32 with 5:10 left to go in the third quarter. Partinger brings it front court. Gets around McTire, stuck on the baseline, then goes up and is fouled midair. Well, they call it a shooting foul. It had to have been that he was in the act of shooting, and it will be 2 free throws. Delayed, they give it for Partinger, who's got 12 points so far, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. The only 2 makes at the line so far tonight for FS. A couple of misses from Caden Breward. Wildcats making nearly 10 per game on the season. And the first of these 2 misses for Partinger. A 70% free throw shooter on the season. Free throws killed the Cats in the first game between these 2 teams. Missed 13 of them, 15 for 28. Second of these 2 misses as well. Goodlow comes the other way. Wild shot, stuck up in the rim. Will the arrow send it to Franklin-Simpson? It will. That's our first wedgie of the season. Aaron Talley was a bit too delighted at the fact that I called it a wedgie, and I want that noted on the radio and on the stream. I'm sure that runs in the family. Here comes McAllister to the left block. That misses long. Tipped by Brooks. Can't control it. Up ahead. Sells. Snowbirding underneath. Cats recover well. Now it goes out to Schweitzer for 3. Rattles off and out. Rebound tipped. Who's it last touched by? Scherer or Washington? They say it's last touched by Scherer to stay with Logan County with 4:31 left to go in this third quarter. Jeremiah Washington to inbound from the corner. Comes into Sells. Now over to Schweitzer. His pass deflected by Brooks, who sends it 5 feet into the Logan County side of the stands, trying to save it. So it'll stay with the Cougars, who did have to bring McTire out. That foul down on the last Franklin-Simpson possession was his 3rd. Up top, Schweitzer on the right side. Drives into multiple defenders. They're going to get another Franklin-Simpson foul here. We'll see if it's against Brody. Their knees collided. That is what it is. Brody stretched out, trying to cut off that drive. That's the 4th of the quarter on the Cats. Logan counting the bonus for the final 4:12 of this third quarter. But before we get to it, a full timeout taken by the Wildcats. We'll take one as well. We're tied up at 32 with 4:12 left to go in the third quarter here on 92.3 WFKN. We got time for
Wildcats hit the field. The best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Franklin-Simpson led 28-26 entering the third quarter. We're tied up at 32 now out of a full timeout taken by the Wildcats. Logan County ball with 4:08 left to go and ticking in this third frame. Jeremiah Washington drives in from the left wing. His layup misses long, rebounded by Cole Scherer. It's he, Ja'Kai Partinger, Brody McAllister, Jameer Brooks, and Zay Hampton out there for the Wildcats. Partinger sprints into the front court down the left side, kicks it out to Hampton for 3 in the corner, missed long. Brooks tips it, gets it off the side of the backboard. His putback misses, but catches it midair, and this time scores it. How many offensive rebounds does Jameer Brooks have, and finally cashes one back in to make it 34-32 Cats. 3:35 left to go in the third. Washington deep left wing to Schweitzer. Thought about a triple from up top, now sends it right corner to Goodlow. On the left elbow, Washington. Hampton tipped it. Flipped up by Washington off the ground. Now it goes left corner, Malik Ford. Brooks comes to close out. to Sells. Outside, Goodlow for three. That one off the left side. Sells throws it off the body of Partinger and out of bounds. It's the third time the 5'5" guard, Elijah Sells, has swooped in and saved them a possession tonight. Somebody's got to put a body on him. Goodlow will inbound. Comes into Braden Little. It's deflected. Hampton giving chase. Scherer up with it. In transition, Scherer, two-handed flush. Cole's got 6. Cats lead by 4. 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. Schweitzer left side. Leaves it up for Ford. Kick out. Goodlow tries another three. That one good from the top of the key for Damani Goodlow. It's the second three of the night for the Cougars. Cuts the Franklin-Simpson lead to one. Big collision on the left side between McAllister and Goodlow. The foul is on Goodlow. It wasn't anywhere near set as it took place. That's his third foul, so he'll come out. McTire does come back in with his 3 fouls, as does Titchener. Ford, Little, and Schweitzer, the other Cougars in the game, as Kai gets the inbound in the backcourt, working against Titchener. Crosses to the left, gets some space, all the way to the left block. Contact on the layup try against Little. 2 more free throws on the way for Ja'Kai Partinger, who just missed a pair. Cats, as a team, are just 2 for 6 the line. Partinger 2 for 4. Caden Brewer will get set to check in for the Wildcats. And the first one hits every part of the rim and bounces out. Jameer Brooks comes out for Brewer, so a bigger lineup now for Franklin-Simpson with Brewer, Scherer, Hampton, Partinger, McAllister. Second free throw, misses as well, short. 2 for 8 at the line, but still a 1-point lead. Here comes McTire, all the way to the rack, just lost it on his way to the rim. They say last touch by the Cats. Coach Spencer signaling for his guys to try and take a charge the way that both McTire and Schweitzer just barrel in. Brody was excellent at that in the first matchup between these two teams, took 3 charges against Schweitzer. Titchener has it left corner, sends it out right side. McTire, he fires up at 3, tried to bank it, missed it well off the mark. Ball on the floor, McTire up with it. His left block layup, good. Tough finish over 2 defenders. And just like that, Logan County has a 1-point lead, 37-36. This third quarter had seemingly been all FS. Lead was up to 4. But a 5-0 run from Logan County. McAllister left elbow, sends it right wing to Partinger. Ja'Kai pulls from the left elbow. That misses. Rebound on the block. Brewer, his putback, no good. And it's rebounded by Malik Ford. Cats can just not buy any of those putbacks. McTire, double team near half court, gets it off to Titchener. He goes to pass and just lost it. Just straight up lost it out of bounds. And now they're asking to get that ball wiped off. I don't know if that's just a quick excuse by Titchener for what happened or if it actually was a bit slick. Coach Frick laughing as he hands it to the official. I'm not sure what that says the case was. But the Cats catch a break and are still down by just 1 with 1:40 left in the third quarter. McAllister sends it over on the left wing to Hampton. Now to Brooks up top. McAllister, right wing, tries to go to Brewer. It's deflected by Titchener. Ball still on the floor. Both teams fighting for it. Jump ball should be called. Arrow will send it to Logan County. As both crowds come to life for the hustle. Good, it's going to be the Cougars that come out with possession. It's the Lady Cats behind the Franklin-Simpson bench that's leading the charge of the noise. Lady Cats that have mingled into this Franklin-Simpson student section. In a 37-36 game, Franklin-Simpson down by 1. Now they're going to wipe off a spot around the elbow where everybody was fighting for that ball. Titchener, Schweitzer, McTire, Washington, and Ford on the floor for Logan County. Cougars have been in the bonus for the last 5 minutes of this third quarter. Cats have done a good job of not fouling since. Logan County 4 for 6 in the quarter at the free throw line. Franklin-Simpson 0 for 4. All misses from Partinger. Shocking misses for a 70% free throw shooter. Now we're back underway. Schweitzer brings it front court now over to McTire. Down low, no look pass to Washington and finishes on the left block against Brewer. Washington's got 8. Logan County up by 3, 39-36. Hampton walks it front court, goes left corner. Brewer fakes, drives, contact, call. They get a blocking foul. Logan County thought they had the charge, but instead Brewer will go to the line for 2 more free throws. He missed a couple in the second quarter. Both teams now in the bonus for the final minute of the third quarter. That's the second foul on Titchener. Brewer's first free throw banked in. You take him however you can get him at this point. He's 8 for 23 now at the free throw line this season. I don't care if you got to bank him or kick him. Whatever it takes. That one goes in pure. And the lead is down to 1 for Logan County. 39-38, 59 seconds left to go in this third quarter. 1-3-1 defensively right now for Franklin-Simpson as Schweitzer comes front court to McTire on the right side. Drives, tries to kick to Schweitzer. It's deflected. Now finally gets it back to him. Schweitzer picks up his dribble, goes back to McTire. Drives all the way to the right block. Tough finish against Brewer. And McTire has a team high 11. 41-38 Logan County. 32 seconds with Franklin-Simpson to work with in the third quarter. Brooks wraps around to the right wing. They're going to get a foul on the floor against Washington. That'll be 2 free throws for Jameer Brooks with the bonus situation. Whistles definitely tightened up a bit here in this third quarter. So Jameer Brooks, a 63% free throw shooter on the season, will go to the line for 2 after the first foul on Jeremiah Washington. Official checking on something, as Donovan Dudley was going to check in for Franklin-Simpson, but I guess they're going to make him wait until after the first free throw. And now Coach Spencer has changed his mind about the substitution. He was going to bring Dudley in to defend the rim against those McTire drives, and he tells Caden that if he's going to leave him in, he's got to guard that rim. As Jameer's first free throw misses long. And the exhale from Coach Spencer after the fact says it all. 41-38, Cats trail it with 27 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Second free throw misses as well. Rebounded by Schweitzer. Here comes McTire, had it poked away from behind, gets it back with a behind-the-back dribble, kicks it out left corner, 3. Good. Drained by Washington, 44-38 Logan County. 10 seconds to work with. Hampton on the right wing to McAllister. Over to Brooks, 6 seconds. Brooks drives all the way to the rim, flips it up with a left hand, whistle blows, charge called. Third foul on Brooks. With 3 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Cats now trailing at 44-38. Down by 6, they've missed 6 free throws in the quarter. Right side, Schweitzer gets the inbound, splits through 2 defenders, knocked away, and the Cats will keep the lead at 6 as we go into the final frame. But Logan County outscores Franklin-Simpson 18-10 in the third quarter. 8 minutes left to go. The Cats trail it by 6. Can they claw back? We'll find out together right after this. 44-38 Logan County leads going into the fourth on 92.3 WFKN.
Franklin Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
(44-38). Logan County leading Franklin-Simpson as we enter the fourth quarter. The Wildcats go 2 for 8 at the free throw line in that third frame. Logan County now 7 for 13 for the game. Franklin-Simpson 4 for 12. Wildcats have the first possession of the fourth quarter. Dudley, McAllister, Brooks, Scherer, Partinger, the starting five out there. Scherer gets it up top, pulls from the right elbow and swishes home the jumper. Cole now with 8 points. All but 2 for the Cats have come from their starting five. Ja'Kai Partinger leading the way with 12. McAllister with 10 in the first half, none in the second, as Partinger tips a pass, comes up with it at half court, drives against Schweitzer, misses it long, and Logan County has it back with a 3-on-1 against McAllister. Schweitzer barrels in wildly. Foul will be called on the floor as he tried to pass it off against McAllister. And to Coach D. Spencer's point that he's trying to plead with the officials, I don't know how on earth Ja'Kai was not fouled on that last drive. But either way, it's 44-40. Cats trail it by 4, 7:20 left to go in the ball game. Logan County with a baseline inbound. It comes into Schweitzer, wide open for 3 in the right corner, left it short. Dudley with a rebound. Off to Partinger. Rifles it ahead on the left side. Brooks tried a hop step and he just lost the dribble. Here comes Schweitzer the other way. Partinger defending, let him go. He missed it long, but Titchener's put back good. Listed at 5'10", he's maybe 5'8". Between he and the 5'5" Sells, at least 4 offensive rebounds. Titchener now with 4 points as we get a foul called against Logan County on the floor. This one goes on Titchener. That's his third. Logan County with a 6-point lead with 6:55 left to go. McAllister inbounds to Brooks. Nobody guards him in the left corner. Missed the 3 long. And the rebound goes to Schweitzer. Cats have not made a 3 in this game either. Here comes Washington left side. Leaves it off at the last moment to Ford. Drops it in for 2. And the lead is 8 for Logan County, 48-40. A minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Ford now with 5 points. Partinger left side. Now pulls it out to the top of the key. Guarded loosely by Titchener. Right side Brooks surveys to Scherer. Left wing Partinger. Fakes a 3. Now goes back out to McAllister, top of the key. Brooks elbow, left corner. Partinger fakes. Out to Brooks, top of the key 3. No good off the heel. And it's rebounded by McTire. Hampton deflects a behind the back dribble, but McTire gets it back. Wraps the top of the key, spins back left, wild layup falling to his left, flipped it right over his head and banked it in. That's the second layup he's made tonight that defied gravity. 50-40, Logan County now leads with 5:45 left to go. Cougars just standing 3 to 4 feet off of every Wildcat, and Franklin-Simpson hasn't been able to make them pay at all. Partinger tries a 3. That one rattles off, no good. Cats settling right now. Here comes Schweitzer the other way. Hampton pokes it out of bounds. Logan County will keep it on the baseline with 5:29 left to go. Ball stuck on the perimeter because Logan County is just completely collapsing on every drive, and Franklin-Simpson has not been able to make them pay from 3. McTire inbounds immediately to Washington, and he's fouled by McAllister on his layup try. 4th foul on Brody. And the 14th and 15th free throws of the game for Logan County upcoming. Cats scored the first 2 of this quarter, 6 straight from Logan County, and made it 50-40. With 5:28 left to go, Washington 2 for 4 at the line tonight. Swishes home the first of these 2. Now 12 points for Washington. He, McTire, Schweitzer all in double figures. Dudley comes in for Brody McAllister and his 4 fouls. Washington makes both free throws. He's tied McTire for the team high of 13. And it's 52-40. Logan County up by 12. Partinger to Brooks in the right corner. Dudley wanted it down low, but Washington came from behind to knock the pass away. Schweitzer to Titchener, reverse layup, no good. McTire fighting for it and comes away with the offensive rebound. Again, it's a guard for Logan County. Spins around Dudley, his reverse layup, no good this time. And Partinger floats it ahead to Brooks on the right wing. He'll try a corner 3. It misses long. Here comes Washington the other way, all the way to the rack. Finishes and one with the foul against Scherer. $15 points now for Washington. Ten straight for Logan County after the Cats made it a 4-point game. And Washington can make it 11 straight at the line. Brewer comes in for the Cats. As does McAllister and Hampton alongside Dudley and Scherer. Brewer is wide open down low after the missed free throw. Can't finish. Dudley gets it back. His putback misses, but he's fouled. And Donovan Dudley will have a pair of free throws. Just 2 points tonight, averaging over 10 points per game his last 3 games. But only had 2 the first time around between these 2 teams. McTire did just pick up his 4th foul. Dudley gets the first free throw to go. Actually, that's the 4th rather on Titchener, not McTire. Dudley's second free throw doesn't get the bounce, and it's rebounded by Schweitzer. Sprints up to the right wing, up top to McTire. Holds it left side with 4:29 left to go in the ballgame. Schweitzer catch and shoot 3. Got it. Second 3 of the game for Schweitzer. He's got 13, and the Cats have to take a timeout. Logan County, takes it before Franklin-Simpson can in a 57-41 game. Nearly halfway through the 4th quarter. We'll stay here. Logan County with 13 points in the frame. A 13-1 run after Cole Scherer scored the first 2 points of the quarter for Franklin-Simpson. He's got 8 points, 2 off of being in double figures for the 7th straight game, coming off a career-high 19 on Tuesday against Todd County Central in a game where the Wildcats scored 71 points. Just 41 on the board so far tonight. The least allowed by Logan County, 46. One of those times against Russellville in district play. They've had 2 single-digit wins against Russellville, a double overtime win against Franklin-Simpson. But they lead this one by 16 on their home floor with 4:24 left to go. As we get back underway out of the timeout, it'll be Wildcat ball with Partinger, Scherer, Hampton, Dudley, and McAllister out there with his 4 fouls. Those 2 each in double figures, but yet to score in this 4th quarter. McAllister holds on the right wing, now goes up top to Hampton, left wing Partinger. Jakai bounce pass to Dudley on the left block, guarded by Ford, goes up with the left hand, pushed it way long, I think was just looking for contact. And Logan County has it with McTire the other way. Sends it over to Schweitzer on the left wing, guarded by Partinger. Jakai picks his pocket, can't control it on the sideline though. And it'll stay with Logan County. Inbounding in front of the scorer's table as Brooks comes in. Dudley out with 3:54 left to go in the ball game. A 57-41 deficit for Franklin-Simpson. Left elbow Ford. Nobody guards him. Will pull up and miss the jumper. Rebounded by Scherer. Everybody thought that he had handed it off, but instead Ford hung on to it. Scherer to Hampton, right block layup, no good. Tip no good from McAllister. Gets it back though. Scherer's put back all the way around twice and then finally falls through. Cole's into double figures with 10. 57-43. Pass deflected far side, but Schweitzer up with it. Breaks the pressure into the front court, then has it knocked away. And it's out of bounds on the baseline. We'll stay with Logan County with 3:17 left to go. Wildcats trailing it by 14. Sells to inbound. Looking for Ford, instead just floats it up. McTire pushes off Brooks to get it, and they do call it. It came in a bit late, but just shoved Jameer like a wide receiver going up for a Hail Mary. That's his fourth foul. He and Titchener both with 4. He's going to stay out there for now. With 3:15 left to go, Partinger sends it over to McAllister. Cats down by 14. Brooks, left elbow jumper. Got the bounce off the front of the rim. Deficit down to 12. Here comes McTire into the front court. Had a poke from behind. Gets it back. Now off to Schweitzer. Drives, barrels through, and they call a block against McAllister. He's got his hands on his head. My hands went straight to my head. I'm going to try to watch the replay here as it shows on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Brody might have started to fall early. Maybe just a tad. But regardless, it's the 5th foul on McAllister, who fouls out with 10 points, his 14th double-digit performance of the season. And 2 more free throws for Davis Schweitzer, who is 3 for 6 at the line tonight. Misses the first of these 2. Logan County is in the bonus for the final 2:53 of the ball game. Second one up and good. Schweitzer now with 14 points. One off the team high 15 from Washington. McTire comes out with his 4 fouls. And the Cats have 2:50 left to go, trailing at 58-45. Brooks jogs into the front court. Looks over at Hampton on the left side. Now gives it to him. Brewer flashes up top. He was the one to come in for the Cats. Partinger fakes left, now sends it over to Brewer on the left wing. Needs something to happen fast. Partinger, right corner, double teamed. Out to Brooks. He'll shoot a 3 from the wing and hit a 3 from the wing. There's the first 3 of the night for the Wildcats. Brooks into double figures with 11. The first time in 7 games he's hit that mark. Had been just 11 for 39 from the floor. His last 6 coming into tonight. Has had some bad breaks in this one, a couple of putbacks that just couldn't fall through. But he finally hits a triple to give Franklin-Simpson their first of the night and cut the lead to 10, 58-48. As the Cats immediately took a timeout after the shot, and Logan County's gym set up to where you can't see how much time is left on the clock while the timeout timer runs down. So now I'll tell you there's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this ball game. With Brooks, Hampton, Partinger, Scherer, and Brewer out there for the Cats. In a full court 2-2-1 pressure set up. Inbound comes in. Now quickly they go into the front court to Titchener. Double team comes. Now goes up top Washington. Left side McTire. McTire barrels through Hampton with a leaping pass. Charge called. Zay set up 8 feet off the top of the key. McTire knew it. And he fouls out with 2:14 left to go. Now both teams in the bonus for the rest of this one. And the Cats have some life, trailing at 58-48. Partinger gets the inbound. He's scoreless in the fourth quarter, 12 points for the game. Left corner, Hampton. Shovels it up top to Brooks. Fakes the pass, goes to Partinger. Now goes Hampton, left corner 3. Missed long. Brewer with the rebound. His putback short. Ball being tipped around. Goodlow had it for Logan County. Lost it, and now a foul called underneath. They get it against Brooks. Partinger pleading his case with the official. I don't have an explanation for it. It's the 4th on Brooks. I don't know how Jameer got called for a foul and all that. Looking back at it. I don't want to pile on to the refs. So we'll just simply move on and say Logan County has 2 free throws with Damani Goodlow. 9 for 18 on the season at the charity stripe. 5 points tonight. And he swishes home the first of these 2. Goodlow makes the second as well. Cougars now 5 for 7 at the free throw line in the 4th quarter. They're 12 for 20 for the game. Wildcats are 5 for 14. Brood rolls the inbound to Brooks, who picks it up near the Logan County free throw line. Now sprints across with 1:50 left to go. Sends it right side, Brewer. Back to Brooks at the top of the key. Outside Partinger off a screen. Fires a 3. That one off the front of the rim. Xavier Hampton with a rebound, and he drops in the putback, and Coach Pitzer quickly takes the timeout. 1:41 left to go. Cats trail at 60-50. We'll take a quick break as well. 10-point deficit for the Wildcats with 1:41 left to go here at Logan County. The remainder of this one comes your way after this on 92.3 WFKN. Let's just do a minute.
Wildcats hit the field. The best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Back underway here at Logan County High School. 1:38 left to go and ticking in this one. Wildcats trail at 60-50. Logan County ball out of a full timeout from Franklin-Simpson. Logan County is going to take a timeout of their own just after getting it into the front court. Ball was kind of stuck on the right wing, dealing with some Franklin-Simpson pressure. 30-second timeout with 1.5 left to go. Wildcats just got a bucket from Zay Hampton before that break. Zay had a 3 to cut it to a 7-point game, missed it long. And then they called the 4th foul against Jameer Brooks. They gave Logan County a couple more free throws before that layup from Zay. Cougars were starting to run away with this one with about 3 minutes left to go, but the Wildcats have put the pressure on. Finally got their first 3 of the game from Jameer Brooks, who guards Davis Schweitzer, Logan County's best player. They set a screen to try and spring him free. Instead it goes to Goodlow on the left wing. Brooks giving chase. Up top, Schweitzer. It's over his head. Goodlow up with it. Gives it to Titchener, who wisely holds on. Now they go on the right side to Washington. Drives. Runner. Missed long. Rebounded by Scherer. 1:15 left to go. Hampton crosses over into the front court. Zay all the way to the rim. Wild drive. Charge. Called. Drawn by Malik Ford. Third foul on Zay with 1:10 left to go. Hooper Stout in. Hampton will come out. Braden Little will come in for Logan County. Goodlow checks out. Goodlow with 7 points. Made a couple free throws about a minute ago. Inbound comes into Schweitzer, double teamed by Brooks. And Stout now gets it off to Washington into the front court on the left wing. Double team comes. I think they're going to get Partinger for a reach-in foul. They do. And it's 2 free throws for Washington with both teams in the bonus. Now 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go. Washington with 15 points, scored 17 in an 87-55 win for the Cougars over Warren East. 8th time he's been in double figures this year. And he makes the first of these 2 free throws. This will be his 9th attempt of the game. He's made 5 of the first 8. J.C. Roby will come in for the Wildcats. Jameer Brooks out. And Coach Spencer stops in on his way to the bench for a little bit of coaching before he sits down. Second free throw from Washington rattles off. Brewer with a rebound. And the Cats have it with 1 minute left to go, down by 11. Brewer to Scherer, left block, scores it over Ford, and quickly Coach Spencer takes a timeout. He's not going to let this one go by. With 56.5 seconds left on the clock. Scherer now with 12 to tie Partinger with a team high. Brooks in double figures as well with 11. So all 4 members of that core 4 are in double figures. The problem is outside of them. 3 points from Dudley, 2 points from Hampton, and 2 points from Brewer. That's it. 4 bench points with Dudley being in the starting 5. Wildcats likely to fall to 2-4 in district play, leaving their fate when it comes to the 13th district tournament seeding out of their hands. Todd County Central, who Franklin-Simpson swept, was able to make it interesting with a win over Russellville. And the Panthers getting the sweep of the Wildcats. As we get back underway out of the timeout, Logan County gets it into Schweitzer on the right side, dribbles down the sideline all the way to the rim, leaves it off at the last second, and Titchener's wide open for a layup. 63-52, 40 seconds left to go. Hampton's right block layup good. He's got 4 points now. Titchener in a double team, and he's fouled with 31 seconds.